IVM.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. All right, I would have started the show a little earlier, but these two guys next to me are talking. They're showing respect to the only time I have the show to myself is the beginning. That's the only time I can be the king and say what I want. After that, it's taken over, hijacked by the youth of Navin and the positivity and courage of Silverie and that moron who's somewhere in the office called Sriraam. He's got an office after 15 years. There's going to be a whole new movement. We'll have to guide him through it, hold his hand. Tough day ahead. But before we get to that, I just want to quickly point out, traffic is really bad, really bad. Elite problem number 764, I accept. But I was thinking, what about those? I don't want to get communal, but Parsis generally always follow the rules. Okay, we don't break one ways. We wear the bloody helmet. We do everything. We were trained to put the right hand out properly, give the signal when you're going right, or the left hand out when you're going left. Not there are, the ambidextrous people who cause traffic jams by wrong hand, wrong movement also. And that's such a stupid thing. But I'm saying, why can't you give us a stripe? Okay, not Parsis in general, that's a very racial thing to say. But people who follow the law, we get a stripe from the police to be like mini police, and then we can go and stop jokers and find them. Because I really want to find them. Half my conversation with these people is like, 500 rupees bharo. I start like that because I don't know what else to say to them after some time. Explaining the law is a waste of time. So I want to know if that's possible. Please write in and tell us if you support this theory. Let us become like sort of traffic monitors and we'll do our bit. I'll take those 5 minutes to have because there'll be a positive outcome from that rather than just abusing, screaming, and which is also good. I do accept that's got its good points. Shouting and screaming at strangers and then driving away as fast as possible. Which is the show. Our show is all about driving away as fast as possible.
Are you looking for finance products and services that can enhance your personal finance experience? Are you looking for a space to talk about your financial product or service? And are you looking for a crisp talk show where the conversation is all about money? Well, your search ends here. Hi, my name is Anupam Gupta and I'm host of the Paisa Vaisa podcast, and I invite you for the conversation about your personal finance on each Monday on the IVM podcast app or the website or on any podcast streaming platforms. See you folks.
Let's open the bandwidth here and see the beautiful faces of, oh my God, it's a Mr. India lineup. I mean, Grasim, Mr. India, it's Milind Soman, Arjun Rampal. You don't realize, guys, that we never take names after John Abraham. All these male models up to, say, the 90s.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll come to you on this first because you're slightly older.
Yeah,
but now you don't take, like how we grew up for about 20, 30 years, 3 or 4 male models dominated your mind space and your references. Up to Dino Moria, John Abraham, that bad.
Arjun Rampal,
Arjun Rampal. Post that,
Nikhil Chinnappa.
we never take names of models.
Cyrus Broza.
I'm actually older than John Abraham. Yeah. He doesn't know it. But I'm a little older than him.
But in the hearts of the audiences, you're younger than him.
Yeah, bro. No fine for you. You can break the one way.
No mask.
Hey guys, say hi to Sriraam. It's so nice
Hello,
to see conventional life catch up with him finally. Slowly they'll cut the tresses.
Are you at a
He'll
restaurant?
wear a tie. No, I think he's basically working in Burger King, but...
No, this is too fine dining for Burger
you
King,
think?
man.
You think? He's just pulling a fast one on us.
It's Burger King.
Let's ask him, Sriraam, where are you? And are you on mute? And if so, can you continue to be?
Yeah, Sriraam is still on mute,
lovely, lovely, guys.
This is mute?
This is our dream podcast.
Maybe
all
your
the
mic is
guests, all the guests
I can't
on
hear
mute.
you, man.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
No, from the perplexed grin on his
Is your
face.
mic on mute? Is it
No,
red?
it's not.
Is the thing say red?
Is the hair covering your mouth?
It has to be green, man. The
Is
mic
this
has to be
good?
green.
Now the podcast is become a technical podcast where we discuss what button to press to go on in life.
Still, we can't hear you. What is this?
We'll get back to you when plans are in place. In the meantime, smile and look like Mr. India 1979. Great, Sriram. Don't bother talking because we can't hear.
Sorry, just a second, man. We'll just fix it.
We
All
love
right.
your 2 cents, Sriram.
We'll- Listen, this is a country.
Still can't hear.
This is a
Hopefully this
Oh,
fixes
yes.
it.
Oh, finally.
Wow.
Here.
Amazing.
Thank
Considering you're the first man of India, your name is Ram. I mean, what the hell?
Yes.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
To answer the original question, I'm actually at a Jumbo King. Burger King rejected me, guys. So
You're at
this
a
is
Jumbo
where
King?
I start.
He's at a
Yeah.
Jumbo
What Jumbo King
King.
is this
Vada
fancy?
Pav Jumbo.
But what Jumbo King
Vada
is
pav
fancy? I've not
Jumbo
seen this fancy.
I think it's a Gujarat one.
It's a Jumbo
One
King
second, Naveen has
inside
started the
Vivo.
insults. I'm going to backtrack a little bit, take him off on the leash again. I'm a
don't
little
know.
worried. Go 15 minutes before you start taking panga.
Is that true? Like, do Jumbo Kings in Gujarat are actually
Don't
fancy?
start
I'm
him off.
assuming because nothing
Nothing
much happens over there.
You're giving him a chance to be prejudicial. I'm
So
saying
in terms of like
15
keeping it
minutes.
alive, yeah, but like even their milk joints are like fully like
15
pubs.
minutes have love in your heart.
But it's true. People in Gujarat agree with
10
me.
minutes. 10 minutes.
Okay.
Possible.
But
Sriram, he's attacking Gujaratis for no reason.
I'm
Naveen's
going
on.
to
I-
Gujarat actually this
We've
weekend.
got
I think-
Naveen in full
I
form today.
genuinely don't know why would anyone attack Gujarat. Such a non-violent state.
Oh,
Such a
boy.
party state as well.
You're encouraging
now,
him.
now I really miss the mute.
Great food.
I don't know why we unmuted him. Here we're trying to be less.
That's what all of India said
and
after
the-
Modi came to power.
Okay! 15. I asked for 15 minutes. I said, give me 15
I mean, yeah,
Some of
minutes.
the
Gujarat.
Mr. India, Milind Soman ki baatcheet. Where did
Can
you go?
you imagine how great the chai of Gujarat must be?
Okay.
Yeah.
You
That-
too?
There must be
Eight
the best
two,
chai in
Brutus.
India, right? In all of
because
India.
to no alcohol-
BJP.
Yeah.
BJ. I got to balance the show out. BJP. Huh?
Cyrus, why are you making this political suddenly? We're
I'm
talking
so
about
sorry, I'm
cuisine,
We're just talking
nice
Horrible
about
man.
rice.
Horrible
Awesome state
petty
in
man.
India.
You're giving nice things about Gujarat,
Yeah.
bullet points.
Just
But no, to your point, Cyrus.
amazing,
Sriram, wait,
amazing non-veg food.
Yeah, there you go. Actually, there is in the parts of Ahmedabad. But let me
is,
just warn you, Sriram, that he's attacked Gujarat. There are many states to go. So, you know.
I haven't attacked anybody. I was just being so
I
realistic.
think if
Hey, listen,
over the
milk is
course
very
of
good. I believe Gujarat and North.
Oh my god, the milk products are so good because
Yeah.
Amul has like a range of products that we don't get in Bombay because
What?
like they have all these milkshakes, dark chocolate milkshakes.
Oh, really?
They have a range
Mumbai
of
is treated very badly.
assorted
we
chocolates.
get nothing. The
Amul
metro
has
came
so
last
much
year. It's
milk.
not even
I
complete.
love Amul. That's
they have so
sad.
much
I
milk,
love
it's a
Amul.
surplus, and
Yeah.
they make all of these products now. So it's like they have so much of these Amul tekas essentially.
Fresh
everywhere.
milk from the teat of a
Oh,
cow
wow.
is the
Yeah.
most beautiful thing in the world.
Yeah.
Of course, it tastes very different from packaged milk. I don't know if you've had it.
Cyrus,
but
I love
have.
your teats. I
Yeah,
mean, tweets.
it's a tiat. It's pronounced tiat, by the way. It's
Yeah.
T-E-A-T.
Yeah,
Like the
okay.
Tiat.
Okay, let's go to the Tiat King. The Tiat King will tell us. Sriram, how is it pronounced? As a man who spent many years under cows.
I think it's called knockers. That's what
Okay, I asked for 15 minutes. No sex, no bad references, no political references.
you know,
Just 15 minutes.
fresh milk.
That's the thing, right?
From
Like in
the
North
hooter
India,
of a cow.
in North
Yes.
India, you can't go to a juice
Silvery.
place and be like, "Kya aapkas boba hai?" They all
Silvery.
start laughing because like
Silvery,
yeah.
you haven't even reached the controversial topic
I
which
know.
you've got.
I
we
do
don't have to
have
go
some-
there now. I mean, it's pointless.
Yeah.
Naveen, that's why it's called boba tea. You know?
Yeah, that's what-
You boys want to go offline and have a little conversation, come back when you're in the right mood for passive non-violence.
the right boob.
Okay, but let's understand, Sriram.
By the way,
where are
I-
you? Tell me the
I'm,
truth. Where the hell are you?
I'm in a WeWork in Gurgaon. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
We
Oh,
work
cool,
in
man.
Gurgaon. That sounds like a
Paradox in
crazy.
terms.
Yeah.
We work
Paradox.
in
In
Gurgaon.
Gurgaon,
Yeah. So,
Yes.
What, didn't
Uh,
WeWork has some massive scandals recently? Were you?
They did. That's
Were
why
you-
suddenly
were
it's
you part of
cheaper
that?
now. It's
Yeah.
it's,
Exactly,
it's
must be.
cheaper now. It's
Oh,
Yeah.
WeWork,
What scandal?
WeWork is the cost of a bus ticket. Yeah.
what are you saying?
Was
Yeah,
scandal? Was
Return or
It
just
was
one way?
something
Huh.
where, like
Return.
Oh,
Not
wow.
one way.
I don't exactly remember, but I remember it
Is
was
this sexual scandal?
No,
Not a
sexual.
scandal.
Financial
It was like
scandal.
Not a
finance
scandal,
something.
it's just
Then that would be
They're
we
doing
jerk.
really badly.
Did you,
and,
did you
like,
see
the business model
Silvery's
was
reaction? When I said sexual scandal, his reaction was disappointment. No.
Yeah.
okay. I don't know. Yeah,
Then I
not
would have
now.
remembered
and-
clearly exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
and then he
yeah.
said
Yeah.
just financial.
No,
huh?
no.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
financial. Normally baat hai. It's such
The
a
specifics of it come in a
that's so-
sexual.
so normal
just-
Indian, yaar.
Yeah,
It's
Weren't we
financial.
just talking about how we should all have financial fraud in our
Yes,
in our
yes,
banks
we were.
and
We
whatever?
were.
Yeah, so we can
Yeah.
become a web series one day.
because you can't directly graduate to a sexual scandal. You have to first do the financial
Oh,
scandal.
it's a
and then
step-by-step
you can
process,
move.
Sriram. Thanks
Yes,
for telling
it
us.
is.
You've
It is.
reached the high nights already.
Yeah.
But what
you
are you?
earn your sexual
Your
scandals.
stripes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what are you doing
Yeah.
there exactly? You're not telling us that. It's just a creepy old man in Gurgaon.
I just
Here for the
I
coffee.
just, moved your Cyrus. I moved your Cyrus.
Okay, so the molestation charges were
unfortunately.
held in Maharashtra state, so you moved
Yeah.
to fair enough.
Yes.
You're now in Haryana.
Yes.
Let's say the
Numbers go
law
up
is
in
more
Gujarat.
flexible in Haryana. Let's put it that way. Yeah. But-
Let's just say I'm only doing financial scandals here. No scope.
oh, and also you like the milk.
There's a
because the
cutie
milk up
behind
north-
you. Yeah.
There's a person
There's
behind
a
you.
cutie behind you, according to Naveen.
The cute-
15 minutes, I told him. 15 fucking minutes.
Okay.
But
He
that's
can't
the
even.
thing.
Okay.
He can't
Haryana-
even
Haryana
understand.
men are so
Hey,
hot.
wait. Naveen is also coming to WeWork Delhi.
We work
Guys,
together.
by the way,
He wants to work it out.
we've-
What cutie? There's
we've
a
all-
fat guy walking around in the back.
You don't know my
Serious?
type or what? Like my type is big guys only.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, this is true, guys.
Yeah.
Those who don't know, Naveen has told me that he likes fatsos.
Yeah, what?
Man.
You said heavy guys. You said heavy guys.
Yeah, chubby,
Wait,
hefty.
I'm just
Why are you
happy
covering him up?
I'm just glad you guys aren't noticing the similarity between that guy and me, especially.
No, there is a similarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the future.
That poor guy doesn't know
Yeah, he
that
doesn't.
he is now the
That
highlight of
is-
a
He's
podcast.
he's
where
slightly, he's like staring into the
he's
camera.
being
also.
objectified
Yes.
sexually by a young man in Bandra. Just, you know what I mean?
For our dear
that-
listeners
yeah,
who are just
that is
tuning in
the
on the
Dreams
on
come true on so many levels.
listeners who are tuning in only
Don't
on
walk
audio.
away.
There is
He walked away.
in Sriram's background there is a person.
Every day, I think the depths of depravity that we've reached
It goes
can't go.
lower. Yeah.
I mean, really, we're
By the
ogling.
way-
We're all ogling a man in Gurgaon who's not even in the frame.
Speak for
You
yourselves.
know,
I
someday
respect
that
him.
person will become a fan of the show. He will find out about what Cyrus says.
Forget
He'll become
that.
a fan.
Yeah.
And be like, wow, they talked about me 20 years ago. That's amazing.
And,
How would
and
he know?
Finally,
Sitting at that
and finally
WeWork,
we can.
sitting at that WeWork, he's launched the greatest startup the world has ever seen. And 3 years from now, you know, we'll be begging with our bowls outside his office. And only Naveen will be going.
Yeah.
All of us will be asking for
Yeah.
money. Yeah. Sriram,
I'll be
Sriram, find out
Guys.
his name before the show's over.
Yeah.
Let's see what we
I
can
will.
do.
I'll
I
be
will,
turning
I
tricks.
I'm not calling us
But
Tinder
on a-
yet, but what the hell? This podcast is, it can do things. It can
Yeah,
evolve.
that guy just clearly he was clearly trying to photobomb on purpose. Like he chose
Yeah,
that
he came and
exact
sat,
corner,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like right at the corner.
Or
right?
it's Silsila because Naveen likes him, but he likes Sriram. You see,
Oh!
it's all screwed up. And Sriram
Yeah.
doesn't even like himself.
Yeah.
So, you know, Amitabh, act that out for us. Can you act that out for us?
It's a fatal four-way.
Hey, but 10 minutes into the podcast, you've already made fun of Gujarat. You've already made fun of Haryana. Can
Yeah.
we cover
And
all
let's-
29
Wanna make,
states?
13, huh?
Let's do it.
30 now. Oh, sorry.
Now
Yeah.
it's 30.
I guess that's.
He already that you roasted.
I guess that's one way to make
Yeah,
fun of
one-
Telangana. I
yeah.
guess.
Ooh. Hey, Telangana is my favorite state. Huh? They said no to the pandemic.
It is.
Business was
It is
rocking.
actually.
They're very cool about. I'm very happy in that area.
What? They didn't have any lockdowns in Telangana.
Very minimal.
Really?
I worked in Hyderabad 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
At the moment you leave Mumbai in the middle of whatever, it's like going to another country. Everybody's more chill,
Yeah.
relaxed, happy. There's more happiness quotient there. You come back here and everybody's pensive and worried. Mask. By the way, if anyone's wearing a mask next to you, remove it. Rip that mask off. Rip that mask. I've been ripping people's masks off in the streets of Mumbai.
There's a no mask mandate now.
It's our
Yeah.
turn now.
Yeah.
It's
our
compulsory
turn.
not to
Reclaim
wear
the
masks.
masks.
The FC, which is I won't say the word fucking joke. That bloody Rishi, who's our engineer, for some reason is the only guy in the whole car area who wears a bloody mask.
Yeah.
Can you please?
Yeah.
I don't know what I think maybe he doesn't want to reproduce. What the reason is?
No, but he's very sensitive also, I've heard.
So he writes poetry. He says to wear
Yeah,
a mask.
but
Come on.
yeah, that's. I don't know why you're wearing the mask. I forgot. Oh, okay.
he forgot to not wear the mask.
Wow. Like we were all waiting for the day कि कब mask mandate कब
How
जाए.
can you forget not
Can
to
we
wear the
stop?
mask? I don't know. Like it's like you're born with the mask. You
No,
know?
it becomes a habit after 2 years, no, almost like
You just
it's
see-
second
pull out.
nature.
He even showers with the mask on.
Yep. I'm sure that's
He-
happened.
he makes
I'm
out
sure
also
that's
like
happened.
No, makes sense because a lot of people are really ugly. So you wear the mask, you feel a great self-esteem. I can understand that. That probably works for a lot of people.
But-
you like heavy guys, so you need big masks.
So you've seen,
double
you guys have
chin.
seen these videos, right? Of people at a restaurant, they don't realize they're still wearing the mask, but they start to eat, and then they're like, oh shit, I'm feeding my mask.
This is
that
why
happens
the-
in the shower
Yeah,
also.
This
I'm
is
sure.
why the
Yeah.
French have a lovely phrase when they eat or drink. Instead of cheers, they say "muh mein lo," and that is because if you have the mask on, you.
How do the French say it?
Yeah,
How do
yeah.
the French say it?
Muh mein le.
Oh,
I'm glad you.
Hey, Cyrus.
Yeah. Go ahead, Shri. You can't bring this down lower. Go
Yeah.
do your best.
Let me tag your joke.
I mean, wow. Oh, go after. Who are you going after? Nigeria? Go.
That famous, close it up. That famous Zimbabwean bowler, Mumelo Babangwa. You know?
Impenuela. Pommy. Yeah. Mbangwa. Yeah.
Also, Mumelo Chutani hai.
Pommy is when it's for like a slight snack or something.
I don't be racist,
that's when
but
they say-
certain cultures don't even bother trying to learn names, so they just give you like a name. So Pomowela becomes Pommy. It's like that.
Yes.
Like
yes,
Silverie,
Yes.
Antariksh is too difficult for South Mumbai tongues. So you call him Silverie. It's done.
I mean, people
Yeah.
would just call me Takkar.
Which is
Mother Takkar.
which is odd. Which is odd because
Father of-
Hey, there's a
South
girl.
Mumbai
There's a
will
girl
look
behind your shoulder. Sorry,
See,
Naveen.
it's exactly how
sorry,
it
Naveen.
works.
Back in the day, a
So
lot of us
excited.
men who like
Exactly.
women, we used to,
There's
it's
a
an old,
woman.
it's an old habit, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Which is,
We really have a shortage
So-
of female panelists. I was like,
Hey,
कोई भी
elbow,
चलेगा.
We are like people who follow the EPL. Everybody's got a team, so we're all good here.
Yeah, we are cheering for everybody. except Sriraam.
Yeah. No, Sriram's like a ref. He's cool. He doesn't care. He's in the system.
I don't.
Hey, what are you doing
Yeah.
there? We can't go forward with this. Forward meaning it's not like it really evolves the show. But what are you doing there exactly in Gurgaon? You didn't explain. I mean,
I got a proper day job here, Cyrus. Which
Oh, congrats, man.
so the thing you do in
Yeah.
Bombay, the designing of stuff and all that, you've gone there.
yeah, I've come here. Yeah,
You actually moved to Delhi?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now he doesn't know what to do.
What?
The comic in him wants to lie
I-
more. There's an authentic side to him wants to tell the truth because he's in.
It's a bit of both. Because
The
it's
tragic
one
part
of
is now
those
he has to be
outrageous-
friends with the Delhi comics who he made fun of all this while.
I got to tell you, I've grown up with Tambram boys who come from the north. They are fucked in the mind, okay? Because they've got that Tambram sort of upbringing and then they speak like Punjabis. So it's
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
This is what Sriram's going to become. Sriram's going to come back, a
Yeah.
hybrid like that.
It's a Chetan Bhagat novel walking around.
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. We're losing this guy to comedy's lost. It's gonna be-
With lesser standards.
Why? I told you 15 minutes. You got to take shots at Chetan Bhagat. He's one of us, man. Leave the guy alone.
He is. He is
By-
one of
by the
us.
way, that-
I really like him.
The good-looking guy behind you that Naveen likes gone. The girl that fleetingly came gone. And there was one guy
Yeah.
in a black shirt whose elbow is there somewhat.
There's someone using a laptop in your background. Let's see what he's up to.
Yeah, come on. This show is so boring. Yeah. Wow.
I
Wow,
think
yeah,
they're on
actually
Facebook.
Okay.
I think they're on Facebook.
We
Yeah.
work, may
Last
nobody
5
works
people.
at WeWork, I think.
I think it's just embezzling funds. Gurgaon's filled with MNCs
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
But
Just-
we
Yeah,
had
yeah,
that free
yeah.
beer in the evening situation, no?
What?
Like at
What?
post 5,
This is
That
not
everybody.
used to be
social.
the case.
This is not
that was for a
Naveen,
little
that's-
period.
That was like back in
Naveen,
the
that's
day.
before. Yeah, that's before the sexual and the financial scandal.
And Naveen, I think that's not a great business idea that they keep going with that because that's
Yeah.
why Swiggy is very restaurateurs are very upset
Yeah.
with Swiggy and Zomato.
So
aren't they?
Swiggy and Zomato are
Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
great. Cyrus.
Competitions,
Yeah,
commissions
very well done,
of India.
Cyrus.
Yeah.
Like one of IVM's podcast, Shunya One had like one of its live episodes at the WeWork Bandra one.
Yep.
Wow.
And then they were like, we were all like,
You've
come
really
for free.
become a R&D for IVM, haven't you?
Yeah.
Anything to make them happy.
I've
Yeah?
always been-
IVM को बचाओ, IVM को डाल दो बीच में. कोई जरूरत भी नहीं था, फिर भी डाल
Yeah.
दिया.
We are at the center of everything.
Why are you doing Suresh Menon right now?
I don't know. Why are you blaming me for the mediocrity of the show? You're all contributing. But the girls come back.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Just
why is
one girl in Gurgaon and she's safe. Guys, she's safe. Sorry.
She
That's
stays
not,
at WeWork.
That's
only.
not funny.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
By the way,
No, that's the thing,
again,
like, the peg of
just
the
like-
whole event was that come to the event, we have free booze also afterwards. And then there was a lot of vodka and that's
But they give it for an hour, right? And then they
Yeah,
shut it
for
or
an
something.
hour and a half, everybody
Yeah.
got
So there's no-
smashed.
So fine print is that they keep it open for an hour, whatever. They load you up, and then you have to start paying because then you want to drink more. It's a very
Yeah.
good system.
Yeah,
It's how.
Wait,
Yeah.
you can actually
And-
drink at
And
WeWork?
sadly,
used to. Like, I
She,
don't.
she,
Yeah, yeah.
Sriram, that girl is wandering around. She wants to sit. I think it's about time you put your hand up and say, "Ma'am, would you like to join me?" He's shy.
sadly the weird
He's
part is
Would you like to be on a
4 hours-
podcast?
Guys, we are watching this
4
live.
hours in-
Here's a man.
Yeah.
He's a Bombay. He's a Chembur boy, completely flustered in Gurgaon. How does he
Yeah.
chat up a girl?
Hey,
Let's see how this
we
goes.
should make this one of those BBC documentaries. You know, there walks a girl in Gurgaon.
What?
Okay.
Is
She
this a
sits
limerick?
around
Are you
working.
writing a limerick?
I don't
or
know,
what?
I don't
Your
know, I don't
accent
know.
is from Masuri.
No.
So what the hell are you talking about? You sound like Ruskin Bond walking downhill.
Yeah, I was going for the Attenborough, but
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, you
yeah,
were going for
it-
Attenborough. Okay. But she's gone.
That's-
left to pay.
Attenborough is more
That's-
coarse. The most dangerous creature on earth. He does that. He
Yes,
does
that's
that.
good. Yeah,
Now wait,
Naveen,
wait, there's
Naveen,
more to
Naveen,
this
the most
story.
dangerous-
Did you
Yeah.
sleep with David Attenborough?
But I wish
Or
I did.
Richard,
With Richard,
whichever one.
Richard is cute.
Listen.
Yeah. Richard, the one
No,
with John
Naveen.
Hammond in Jurassic Park.
Okay.
He's the more
Who's the
daddy.
animal guy?
Animal guy is David.
David.
So which is the one you're
Yeah.
doing?
I'm not
Both.
doing anybody.
Oh, sorry.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
And both of them are almost
He's
dead
doing-
now.
I don't know if
He's
that's
doing
their
the
perspective,
dinosaur.
brother. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, that's a little pretty presumptuous of you, man.
Okay.
I think David
Naveen,
Attenborough
can
looks
you?
like...
Naveen, can you?
No, David
No,
Attenborough is
no.
alive. Richard Attenborough is dead.
Yeah, Richard died. But before he died, he left us a movie that we see every year twice. But that's the way it is. I won't get into it. Sriram.
Naveen, can you finish that sentence though?
Which one?
Yeah.
There walks a dangerous animal, the Gurgaon male. You know?
Oh, yeah. You can see the woman existing in a natural habitat.
Prey-
And here comes
The
a
prey
predator
walks.
in a gypsy.
What a gypsy, yaar? It is gypsy. That was the national ambience in the background as well.
Yeah.
Wow, what a show
You
this
can
is.
see
This-
by the wayward movements of the predator that the predator has had a thara.
He went to a Theka just an hour ago.
Okay,
Bhayankar
it's
ka
starting.
David Attenborough.
Bhayankar ka David Attenborough, it's starting. It's only going to go through Marol. All shops
No,
will stop at
never
Marol, whatever happens.
No,
My mala bhook lag
Arpit is saying, Arpit's got a great point. How come Silverie, the king of the accent, is not turning up?
Yeah, turn up, dude.
Hi, I'm David Attenborough.
Hey guys, to be honest, he's just spent a week in Agra.
That was
No,
very
no, it's not.
accurate. Very accurate.
It's all
Very,
over.
very
Oh,
accurate. If Apu,
Oh, yaar,
if
penguin,
Apu
yaar.
from The Simpsons played,
No,
if
no.
Apu from The Simpsons played
No,
David
David
Attenborough, that would be.
There were 3 Attenboroughs. This is the third
Yeah,
one.
this
People
is,
don't- this is
Raju Attenborough.
Rupesh
Attenborough.
Attenborough.
Sorry, I got it.
Because somebody had a shooting Gandhi at that time. Somebody had an affair. Blah blah blah. Okay,
Yeah.
guys, we do have a.
Hey,
Yeah, we do
speaking
have a
of
topic. Yeah.
speaking of shooting things into the air,
Oh my
the
God.
competition
Hey, the girl is-
of India.
Her ears just stood up. She's like shooting.
That
what?
girl is now looking towards us. I feel she's interested in what's happening here.
I think she
Anyway,
recognized you,
Yeah,
Cyrus.
Let's try. Sriram,
That's
get
what-
on the
that's
show.
what I
It's
now.
not. I mean,
Sriram, tell her
I-
she'll win
I'll-
1 lakh or what is a good price? 10 lakhs or 25 lakhs if she appears on the
I don't
show.
know.
One
If she
lakh.
appears on the show,
1 lakh boba pearls.
I feel
I don't.
I feel she's almost in our show because she's sort
I
of
mean,
halfway
but she
looking.
doesn't know it.
Nobody who knows it will
Yeah.
stay in the show. Come on, guys, we have to
Oh shit!
figure out.
Now are you by mistake?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I pretty much feel that by the end of I think the 15,000th episode, we'd have covered the entire population one way or the other would have been on our show.
And there have been the
Like, the
highlights. Huh?
background.
There's people in the background.
Yes.
The highlights of every show would be that girl, that guy's elbow, the big points. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's.
Speaking
I
of big
agree.
points,
Yes,
you,
we have a huge topic.
Rupesh Attenborough.
Speaking,
Yes. All right.
speaking
So
of big points, food. Yes.
yes, food. Yes. So the Zomato and Swiggy, the 2 biggest delivery giants in India, are being investigated by the CCI, which is the Competition Commission of India.
What about Food Panda?
It came and
they're not-
went.
yeah.
That
Dead.
controversy went back
Yeah.
2018 only.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole company
I'm
sunk,
just thinking
yeah.
if there's a third name
Cyrus?
I've forgotten. Is there? There is
Cy-
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats
But
was
it's not
acquired
as
by
big.
Zomato, no?
Oh, damn,
Zomato
yeah.
acquired Uber Eats.
Buggers, do your
Scootsie got
homework.
acquired by
By
These
Swiggy.
guys are
Swiggy,
unbelievable.
yeah.
I can't work with you all. You're too professional. The hell?
So yeah. So
Sorry
basically
for
these are the 2
knowing-
biggest
Now
giants.
having wasted his time setting up this thing for 5 minutes, go on.
So these are 2 biggest
Cyrus,
giants.
how much did it? Sorry, Cyrus,
Yeah.
how much did it annoy you that Antariksh said 2 biggest delivery giants? Like the word delivery giant.
Yeah.
Like biggest giants, like just the, yeah. But
His setups are scary sometimes. I don't know where he's going with it.
Biggest
now.
delivery
But I
giant.
guess it's fun. It's like a romance.
Yeah, you
because
just see
he
how it
doesn't
goes,
know,
man.
Yeah,
we
it
don't
is,
know,
it
and
is.
the
It
audience
is
doesn't
lovely.
know.
Yeah.
And that
Antariksh
girl
in a
doesn't
fantasy
know.
novel is like, oh my god, these giants are awesome.
That girl is brushing
They're
her hair.
humongous.
Yeah.
It looks like she
Yeah.
knows she's on camera. She's.
Anyways,
Beautiful.
Godzilla
Let's
versus
go on,
King
let's go
Kong
on.
of delivery. Yes.
Yes.
Sriram, I'm very
God-
distracted by
God-
that girl. Can you
Basically-
ask her to come and sit next to you?
There are 2 men.
Everyone in
behind you. Ask
Gurgaon
them.
doesn't have a gun. Don't be scared. It's 1 out of 2.
Those 2 guys look from Gurgaon only.
They would have shot him on sight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sriram, don't do this in public.
Sriram,
You can just move your frame a little bit so
Where-
Cyrus is not distracted. I
wear
think.
your helmet. We don't want a Chris Rock moment. All right?
Yes,
Wear your
that's
helmet.
it.
I-
Nicely.
I like
Now
the
it could
fact
be
that
Udupi
I like the
restaurant.
fact that Cyrus's ADD acts up in this way.
Okay,
Like,
sorry.
this is
and
now
Naveen,
I
Naveen-
can see someone behind
you
the jolly.
sexist bastard. Naveen is after some man, that's fine. And we've reached a point in this world where a heterosexual man cannot be himself.
Much like in real
I will hold
life.
my head in shame.
I got
You're
I got
allowed
homosexual
to.
got only 2 seconds of fame and then everything else was taken over by the straight guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like in real life.
Yeah.
Listen, you've been called
listen,
Bhayankar
now
David
it's- now
Attenborough. Today is your big day.
Hey, now it seems like you're visiting him in prison.
I
It
know.
does, it does look like it. Or in church. He's there for confession in church.
With church or prison, we're in
Yeah,
Gurgaon. So,
yeah.
boys, let's go with prison.
You're serving
Okay.
us Padri realness.
Okay, talking about prison, Swiggy and
shit.
Zomato.
He froze.
Wow. 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 We are the first moment
Alright.
to tell us he's out of the state. Right?
Correct.
No Wi-Fi in Gurgaon.
Okay,
My
okay.
That's what
grandfather
happened to Swiggy
would
Zomato.
have said
Okay, yes.
Gurgan.
So Swiggy Zomato being investigated
Yeah.
by CCI, which is the Competition Commission of India.
I did not
The-
even know there was a
the-
competition commission in
Yeah.
India.
You think
there
he
is-
did?
You
can't be too
You
competitive.
think
I think I did
eating
before
it?
this. Yeah, what is this? So the NRAI, again, not a
Ego.
body I was afraid of, I was aware of before this.
What is NRA?
The National Restaurants Association of India.
Oh yeah.
They basically
You want to
filed.
play this game?
It's
We
so-
can just keep
yeah.
asking him
I think they
acronyms.
forgot how to spell Nari.
What is BALLS?
Bhai log.
Bhayankar
Lao-
ka Attenborough.
Yeah, okay. Anyway.
Move on. Yeah.
So basically, the Restaurant Association has claimed that Zomato has been doing some unfair trade practices, which are very...
The credit issue, no?
No, there are
Line of
multiple
credit,
things.
huh?
Multiple things. Some of the policies that Zomato and Swiggy have come out with, because they are so big, they are able to make one-sided clauses that benefit Zomato and Swiggy more than the
Only,
restaurant.
yeah.
So they are feeding into
But
the
can you
bottom
give us an
line for the
example?
restaurant.
What is the example?
So,
of
like
that?
for instance, so firstly, their late payments are coming in. The commission fees are exorbitant. Like, and like every time we order something on Swiggy and Zomato,
It's
goddamn
crazy.
Which
taxes
the
and
restaurant
commissions.
pays. Only the restaurant
Dude.
pays. It doesn't come back to the.
So also the discounts is is also a big problem. Apparently discounts, right? When you say like party, what a 50 when
60
discounts,
$50
yeah.
off, $100 off.
Yeah. Those used to be initially borne by the tech giants. Now the restaurants are having to bear them. So
But
the restaurants are like, dude, what
The
the hell?
restaurants
We
bear
don't
it, but the decision to give that amount of discount comes from the delivery giant.
I
No,
guess
but
they
that
want...
also depends on what kind of restaurants there are, because these cloud kitchens, they prefer this kind of mechanism
Sure.
rather than the restaurant
they
that's
don't
already
exist.
operating
Yeah,
with
but
people
they don't
walking in.
exist.
But
Yeah.
those restaurants also want to compete with the cloud kitchens. No,
So
it's
I
because
think
the
that
same-
bubbled up in the
It's
pandemic
the
only,
big name
essentially.
restaurants who are upset.
Yeah, because
yeah.
they have to like have these delivery guys stand outside in the sun or in the heat outside in the night time also, and then their customers are also like waiting in line outside. So they have all these little clauses that they're angry with. The cloud kitchens are like, come, take and go. So they have minimum overload in
I
tax
get
and all
damn
that.
scared when I see lots of Zomato guys and Swiggy guys outside in their scooters. I feel that their whole concentration is on them.
I think Bombay and Bangalore, now you can't go on the streets without seeing somebody wearing some kind of
Oh, God.
uniform all the time.
You're
It's
right.
either
Yeah, yeah.
Dunzo, Zepto,
Zepto,
Swiggy,
Yeah.
Grofers,
You know,
Zomato.
It's a
Everybody's
great
delivering something or the other to each other now.
You think that-
Infosys, all of those, yeah.
Yeah.
it could be a great way to invade another country, You just put on the Swiggy outfits and you go
Actually,
and
yeah,
you
right.
start
Yeah.
attacking people because
Yeah.
there's so many of them.
I agree.
If you're
That is
at the border-
exactly true, Cyrus. I think that's the future.
I would be
But
ordering.
if you're
for
at the
future,
border
I would be
in
wrong.
India and
Can
at
I-
the Pakistan-India
can I
border,
just- forget
can
that.
you order across the border?
That's what I would do.
Just throw it
I
to
would
the-
order from Pakistan or order from China.
Yeah.
The food is good.
Yeah.
We can't deny that.
We
we
can't.
may want to
That's
kill.
true.
I'm not against the
It
killing
is true.
per se, but I'm saying you may like the food.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in that situation? You'll be like, guys, we need to think about
Like-
dinner.
Like right
Eventually,
across the
yeah.
border, I can see they are making awesome
Yeah.
kebabs. I want those, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and coming back
Yeah.
to China, I always want to know what the food really is like. So I'm like, I want to see a chow mein in real life.
In
Because so many chow mein in Chembur that this guy khilaus me every time, Sriraam.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
because-
Soon we'll all be mainland China. So like it will make sense when that
China
happens.
Valley.
aa gaya. The moment of the day has come. Naveen has set a
I
standard.
think the
Hard to beat
great
down.
the great part about that joke is
You just
we
want
also
you're
covered
just feeling like a bitch. Go on.
no, we also with that we also made fun of Arunachal Pradesh. So that's the fourth
Yeah.
state, guys. That we managed well done. I
Boom,
think.
boom, boom. I didn't think
Beautiful.
about when I did that.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, that's a subtle dig. I wouldn't say that the motivation was enough, so I'll let it go. I'll let
But
it pass.
also, Swiggy and Zomato are
back to your
huge giants.
stupid
No. Swiggy and Zomato are huge giants in Mumbai and Delhi. So like
Bangalore,
Maharashtra bhi ho gaya, thoda UP bhi ho gaya. Like
I mean, is there any India outside Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore? What are you talking about, guys?
Chennai.
Chennai. Chalo. Okay. Cal. I love
Sure.
Cal. वो गुड़गांव
sadly-
की याद आई तो
And sadly, Cyrus has managed to piss off like 20 states
20
in
states
one
more,
row.
my son,
Shriram, just
my
breathing into your
beautiful
mic.
son called Sriraam. You're going out of the states,
Put on
might as
side,
well-
yeah,
I'm going out of the cities, making sure that nobody's left out, bro, at the end of the day.
Mm.
And it's not like we're getting support from Mumbai and Delhi. It's not like the whole two cities are like, yes, IVM, Zindabad. The only IVM
Yeah.
guy nationalist is Naveen, who for no reason just drops how good the shows are for some reason. Why do you do that?
I was taking the free boost. There's nothing about the podcast. But yeah, that also.
Back to mainland
Okay,
China.
tell me something.
Yes.
Tell me something. Would
Oh.
you guys ever be
You're
able
frozen.
to boycott?
Huh.
No,
Am
go
I
ahead, go ahead.
frozen?
No, you're fine.
No,
you're fine.
now you're
Would you
unfrozen.
You're Elsa.
Would you guys
Can
ever
we
be
just
able
have
to
this as a
boycott
conversation for
Swiggy
5 minutes?
slash-
Frozen,
You're frozen, unfrozen, yeah.
We'll just play with that.
Am I frozen? No, you're not frozen. Okay, now you're
Are
frozen.
you on
again.
mute?
Okay,
You're
now
not on mute. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. Checking.
Am I audible?
It's-
Am I
Shriram,
sound-
freeze.
It's kinda like that-
Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel
Statue.
me?
Okay.
Would you guys ever be able to boycott Swiggy or Zomato?
I don't think
I
so.
already have.
I have a
What?
technique.
How did you do
I
that?
could.
I just uninstall it and don't use it anymore.
So what
No,
do you
no, no,
call
no.
from?
I make food at home, man. I've started.
But
Arey
how
Baba,
much?
not
yeah,
like
How
that.
much will you?
So
you
what
have-
what we do is my partner and I,
Naveen,
we
you
have
want
a
to be-
shared account. So like in case we have to like splurge, then we splurge on his account, and we don't
Correct.
have to like both of us have on our phones.
You're still
dependence.
splurging. What is
But,
Swiggy,
but
Zomato,
Saturday
can
Sunday,
you
dude, Saturday Sunday
Similar,
we do
similar,
that. We have made
similar
a
point.
calendar for
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
Like Monday is Chinese noodles or whatever. Tuesday is salads or whatever. Rice curry. So we have to like make something at home because it's getting unnecessarily exorbitant, man. I've
That
been
is
living
true.
outside my house for the
Hey,
last
hey,
3
Naveen.
years.
You said your partner's really rich.
Naveen.
So he orders for the Saturday Sundays. No, that's what I'm saying. Exactly my
Naveen.
point. Yeah.
Naveen,
You
Wednesday
don't have to
is
shout.
eating ass, right?
We can hear you.
What is it, Shriram?
What?
Wednesday is eating ass, right?
Yeah. Wednesday's eating ass.
What is this? What is this?
He was doing the. I don't know. I think he was doing the
Is that
Monday,
an ass eating
Tuesday.
sign?
two in the
What?
pink, one in the stink.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't work here.
This is the universal ass eating sign.
my mic
that
my
can't
mic is
be
not able
really-
to stand. Guys,
Okay,
just
let's.
give me. I need to just check this. Oh, here comes the doctor.
Yeah, you get to see his butt in two
Yeah.
frames.
Wow. Thanks, Rishi. Yeah, a little overdressed for 44 degrees Mumbai heat, but who cares? I mean,
Hey.
oh.
I'm the same.
Why
Okay.
It's fine.
So you're saying like cooking. At
Naveen, the guy
home
behind
is
you has
the
left, and some
alternative.
other guy has come and is facing us. It's distracting me. There's a forehead bobbing
It's
up and
just-
down.
That guy's visitation period ended.
Okay, all right. So we'll like a phone
So
call, and
He's
he'll-
just a lawyer in
3
Gurgaon
minutes.
with all
Oh,
these criminal
yeah.
cases.
he's just come to collect money. He's going to help the guy get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a normal
Okay,
hafta in
so-
Gurgaon.
Which means Sriram is
Okay,
behind
so-
bars, actually. If we shot it from that side, it's all perspective.
Technically in Gurgaon, there's
Everybody,
a Theka every 100 meters. Everyone's behind bars.
There you go. There you go.
No? I
Boom,
thought that
boom.
was-
Yeah, it's a good joke.
Yeah.
But okay,
He's
so
got a t-shirt saying
okay,
Gurgaon
so
by
you're saying-
choice. Okay, go on, Sriram. We're
Okay,
listening
so
to you.
you're saying cooking is the alternative to, but then that doesn't work. I feel like the
You could call up
how
the restaurant
cheap, like,
also.
Also, every once in a while, there'll be a new app that will come and wreck the market. That's what always happens.
They
Always.
can't.
Sure, right
No,
now.
nowadays-
Doesn't last, but doesn't
Doesn't last. So Uber Eats,
Yeah.
when it came, like they were like 19 rupees for a masala dosa,
Yeah, correct.
29 rupees for dosa and all that. And we're like, what?
That's like
Don't
90s
let-
prices.
They have these deals like if such and such football team wins or somebody hits a 6, you get 50% off. No, that's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much. Yeah? You're sitting there watching a game you're not interested in because you want a Frankie.
So the thing is, it's all about like how the UI is designed to keep you hooked onto these apps essentially. Like there's one place I used to order from called Punjab Depot in Bombay right now, close to my house.
Arey, Punjab Depot.
Yeah, it's a depot. You go there, it's all like
I
buses
know,
and
I
all. yeah.
buses and
It's got two sides. There's a depot
Yeah.
side and a
Yeah.
shallow
Punjab.
side, and this Punjab. Yeah.
you know Johnny Depot. You know I'm that
Yeah,
actor.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, of course.
you know the thing about Punjab Depot, right? They always tell you how they had such a bigger depot in Sindh. back then.
Yeah. In East
So
Punjab.
now we are crossing towards Pakistan.
Yeah.
Our 30 states are on hold now. Let's go attack there. Yeah.
across the border. We already did that border cross joke.
By the way,
But
guys,
no, so Punjab Depot had like, for example, chicken handi, which is like a 200 rupee dish or whatever. They had 60% off. Like, and these were
I
like,
think it's
flat
pronounced
60%.
chicken handy. It's
Yeah.
a chicken handy.
the handi is 200 bucks. The chicken is separate. Then
the handy,
It's handy
the handy is
chicken.
separate.
Handy
metal
chicken.
container घर पे आके. No, but now 60%, and I got really used to it, right? Like that's my mental psyche. Ki, okay, when I want like something within 150 and a gravy types, because I can make rice or chapati or anything at home.
you make the rice at home.
Yeah, rice is like
You
3
make a
CTs.
good wife here.
It's 3 CTs
For
and a
someone.
cooker, Cyrus. What the fuck?
Rice
What?
is fine.
That's all it
Yeah.
is.
But you can't call
Yeah.
for gravy outside
It's
and roti
the
घर में
easy-
बनाएगा. Like, what is this,
Cyrus?
dude?
To me, that's the point, right? To save one way or the other is what I'm saying.
Sriraam,
So it
we are-
also-
how,
we are
how long do you
different.
think it's gonna last? You think it's gonna stick?
Yeah.
Be able to stick?
Cyrus,
That was not
but
the point
rice
of the
is-
story. The point was that I kind of got
No, but this
dependent-
point is more interesting. That you make half and order half. We're all stunned now.
Like,
It's
really,
amazing
I can't
because the
understand this.
gravy lasts twice also, because then you can use it with the rice for
But
the
does
night.
it match with the food you're making?
I mean,
I mean,
yeah,
it's rice. Rice goes with anything.
rice goes
Yeah,
with
but the
anything,
rice
roti goes
quality
with
has to be this.
I
These
mean-
things are, I mean, if I don't like.
Why am I talking
Naveen,
food
like,
like this is
example-
rocket science?
Can I tell you, Silverie?
Guys, rice is very easy
I
to
don't
make.
No, no, rice
I
is-
don't
rice
like
is very
I don't like
good,
puffy rice. Okay, my family loves puffy rice that both the Thai people gave and
You like the
South
sticky ones,
people.
yeah.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I like
basmati.
I like
You like
almost
basmati.
fried crispy rice.
Oh,
Yeah,
like that.
basmati.
So that's
Okay.
4 CTs. That's
Yeah.
4 CTs. Cyrus is the easiest thing to make. You just
Are you sure?
You just keep rice.
And-
Listen, Cyrus.
and
Okay.
and
just-
Can you
listen-
can you bajao 4 CTs right now towards
That's
that
what I'm
towards
saying.
that
That's what-
girl?
that's what I'm
I just want to
saying.
see what
That's what I'm
happens.
saying.
We've
Right?
never had blood on the show, I mean, if we can just
Cyrus,
go for 4, come on, Sri Ram.
loudly with
Cyrus,
the
it's
fingers
the
in mouth.
easiest.
Don't.
It's the easiest thing to
As he
cook
shoots
rice,
you, you'll
know?
say, "Mera naam hai Sri Ram, naam to suna hi hoga."
Cyrus, it's the easiest thing
Yes.
to cook rice. You know,
Yes.
you just put some rice
See-
in some water, keep it to boil, and then get 3 Gurgaon guys to let it in, and then it's done. Like
I think it's a rice
Just
bag.
3
Okay,
whistles.
Himisha has seconded Naveen's approach.
Yeah.
I do that a
Which
lot.
is-
Order a little and cook a little. Works well.
Yeah, so my point is, as long as it works
So
in the
that
sense
way-
of the fusion of this is good.
Yeah.
So my whole worry is you're ordering
So-
X
so
food
that
from
way
Yeah,
somewhere.
you're
the point I was coming to, for example,
Oh, the
like
point is different, guys.
yeah, the 200 rupee chicken curry, for example, would come for 120. Okay, after discounts and everything,
okay,
they were doing like massive discounts. I'm like 120 is fine.
Huh.
Now they've removed the 60% cap altogether. Like now people are so hooked onto it. Now overnight it's gone. Okay, so now the same 200 rupee curry with the delivery and the taxes and everything comes to 320.
Huh?
Yeah.
what?
Damn,
This
that's
exorbitant, unnecessary, stupid ass 50 rupees for delivery for 1.5 kg. kilometers.
The
Dude,
delivery
50
boy-
rupees delivery, 1.5 kilometers should not be,
No, he
should be
doesn't.
free delivery,
The
man.
delivery guy
Yeah.
does a lap dance. I
He
guess
should,
there's
he
something
should
extra
at that
on
point.
yeah.
But why put more pressure on delivery restaurant?
Those guys are suffering
owner
the
of
most.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the terrible thing because it's like petrol pricing. You can't go up and down all the time. It's driving us nuts,
dude.
I wish it for
Maybe-
5 years.
Wasn't there a point where I think the Restaurants Association tried to start their own like independent Zomato?
They
Swiggy?
did. I think you're right. Yeah.
They did,
It was
they did.
Beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, I
if I'm
think
not
they
wrong.
had that in the
They,
works.
they had a
or
big
something
meeting
like
and
that.
everybody got
And
COVID at the meeting and so they abandoned it. Now
But
they're
why don't
coming.
Yeah.
Naveen? What about ordering from restaurants themselves? You still do that? Like calling up the restaurant.
The
Direct ones.
restaurants hate him
Direct.
because he's butter chicken चाहिए but roti नहीं चाहिए. Only chicken, no butter. Gravy के साथ नहीं. Option dry मिलेगा या नहीं? Chicken tikka without
बिरयानी का
masala.
सिर्फ राइस भेज दो, मैं मटर घर पे बना
बिरयानी
Yeah.
नहीं चाहिए.
Chicken
Yeah.
crispy दे दो, वो crispy
And then the worst part
Yeah.
is now he's sending his partner to pick it up also. Delivery boy नहीं चाहिए. This cheap bastard has figured out many ways to screw the system. I think Indians will screw the system. We'll meet them halfway. Tomatoes
It is
finished.
smarter though. It's
Cyrus.
generally smarter. Yeah.
Okay, we've been told by the referee that we have to take a break right now, guys.
Yeah, the Chinese are offended right now
yes,
very much.
very
Yeah,
upset.
let's just order some.
I think
let's just
Restaurants
order some
Association
Swiggy,
is
guys.
offended with Naveen right now.
Also,
So
you
let's
know-
take a break.
For the amount of money
What-
I've paid for their fucking food, they should be thankful, okay?
And
I
you
mean,
you
no,
guys
that's
have,
Swiggy and
wow.
Zomato.
you
Restaurant
guys have,
Association,
you guys have
all
made
of them.
cracks about border states and Pakistan and China, and you never mention Bangladesh. It's like a complex. Bangladesh is always feeling, why aren't we the enemy? We're
So
always
this-
there.
who
They're-
did think
they're
is
not
cooking
as
the Chinese
bad.
food in Bombay right now for us?
Because they're not doing as badly. I think that's the
Yeah,
problem.
Hey,
Yeah.
what is?
Of the four
what is
countries,
Yeah,
Bangladesh,
they are.
Bangladesh
They're the
Bangla-
best.
Bangladesh is the
Yeah,
best right
yeah.
now.
They're also the happiest if I'm
Hey,
not wrong,
listen-
It's
right?
not a joke.
Yeah,
it's the
it is
truth.
true.
And they gave great food to CR Park in Delhi. So it's like,
You think?
yeah.
But the Bangla food is a little different from the Bangla food. Our Bangla food.
So the
Yeah, what
original
is
settlers of
Bangladeshi food?
CR Park settlers are all
It's Bengali
Bangladeshis
food.
only. So
Yeah.
it's come with like the mutton and everything more.
Yeah, so mutton, red
so
meat
it's a-
heavy, red meat
It's
heavy.
a Mughal Bangla
Yeah,
combo,
yeah,
like
the
that kind
hybrids.
of. Yeah.
That'd
Very
be
nice.
You are fine one to talk, no? You make one food here and take one food there and pull a delivery
Outside my
parcel.
hometown, I eat everything. Like I splurge, I save money only because I can travel as a comic
Yeah.
and do shows in the evening. But
And-
daytime, like just eat the best food
Yeah.
ever.
I don't understand this phrase travel as a comic. I mean, you're a human being.
Yeah,
aren't you? I mean,
that is
you
what
know,
I was sure of it. Yeah, yeah.
Everybody is 3 men, 1 woman, 1
Yeah.
baby, 1 dog. Is that
Naveen,
comic?
Naveen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my comic pass.
Naveen, if they told you, will you travel as a writer, you'll be like, no.
No.
Travel only as a-
Just
I am a comic.
clarify.
So when a comic boards are played, like in
Comic.
case of emergency, you have to start doing jokes. If the place, if you're crash landing, start doing the best material you have.
It's a horrible job to tell people now because everybody would jokes now.
No,
Immediately.
but
Always,
that's
very
always
common.
been like a bonus also, Cyrus. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll land in a city and I'll go to the smoking room, okay?
Yeah.
And there's always an idiot who doesn't buy smokes at the at whatever airport they board from. So they'll look at the guy with the pack, for example me, and be like, "Do you have an extra smoke?" And I'm like, "Yeah, extra smoke." I always give them because I'm like small talk, and I'm like, "Where are you traveling from?" They're like, "Whatever." I'm like, "From Bombay." They're like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "I'm a comic." They're like, "What? You're a comic?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on YouTube. Just look it up right now." And I gain a subscriber right there. Like I sweet talk them into getting
What?
a
That's
subscriber
what-
on YouTube right there.
That is
Whore.
what, 17?
What a
That's
whore.
17
I am
rupees a
Naveen,
subscriber?
you
20 rupees, man.
absolute,
That's a great-
you
great-
prostitute
great-
yourself
No, Naveen.
for the sake of 1 subscriber.
Exchange rate is
I'm the
good.
kind of guy who tells the fellow, don't watch the fucking show because I try to help humanity. Make sure you don't come anywhere close to this. Sriram, are we wrong to do that? You do the same.
I'm talking
told.
about my YouTube.
I agree.
Very smart.
I tried that. I tried that once, and the guy ended up asking 3 more cigarettes from me. So it's a loss making
He made
venture.
Sriraam the ashtray.
What if Naveen met
Yeah,
Sriram?
it is.
If y'all met, what would have happened? That would have been fun.
We've done this together. Like Sriraam and I, we start doing improv games in the middle of like actual places.
Where in that terrible smoke room of 16 square feet with 80 people smoking, you're
Yeah.
doing stand up.
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
die in 3 minutes.
Stand up is different, improv is different. Improv is making everybody cringe. It's just like that's the
You know the
actual
actor,
goal.
the actor
Yes.
Kabir Bedi?
Yeah.
In Macau, he took me inside. He said, "Just give me company in the smoking room." So I went there. It was like a small cabinet, and I couldn't breathe. It was like Star Wars, man. It was like freaking everywhere. There was smoke, and it was unbelievable. If you
Yeah.
don't smoke, you trust me, it's the worst place, right?
I know,
For
I know.
non-smoker. Oh my!
That's
almost
why like they took away from the flights also, na?
Yeah.
Like old days you could just smoke in the flights.
Sriram, come in, Sriram. Black Cobra to Sriram. Black Cobra to Sriram. Come in. Huh?
Says, have you never smoked?
I've never. Oh, I've smoked in a play, but I kept coughing and I couldn't see
That
my
was an
lines.
actual cigarette, like
Yeah,
tobacco?
Didn't give you a
We'll
verbal
take a
one.
break and I'll come back and tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Sriram,
It's for smoke.
you light my heart on fire. Look, did you see the Bugle salute?
Hey everybody, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, Varun speaks with Shashank Mehta, founder and CEO of The Whole Truth Foods. He shares his own journey of moving from eating mostly junk food to starting an enterprise that produces health foods with clean ingredients. These simplified hosts explore the fascinating topic of mimetic theory and entrepreneur Peter Thiel's interpretations of how anthropologist Rene Girard speaks about it. On Pulyabazi, Pranay and Saurabh analyze how organic farming has affected Sri Lanka. Marathi Kirkithan has a fascinating episode where the Deshmukhs decode one of India's most celebrated poems. And on Say No to Drama, Chetna unfolds some truths about getting a promotion and the drama around it. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you might be listening to us on. And do check us out on YouTube. We're building a whole bunch of different channels. You can find them on ivmpodcast.com/YouTube. And we're also doing a small listener survey, which we would really appreciate your help with. It helps us kind of talk to advertisers. So you could go to ivmpodcast.com/survey. It'll just take a couple of minutes and it would be really helpful to us. We do appreciate this. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance and the India Water Portal. Thank you so much for making this possible.
You know, a civilization is looked at by their furniture. And the furniture in IVM is horrible, I have to tell you. There are chairs without arms. How can you have chairs without arms? I mean, how do you sit for long?
Yeah, there's like a joke of an arm over here.
That's not an arm. That's really, I mean,
It's just an indentation for your ass to hit
your bum,
first.
your bum. That's a bum support.
Contain
If
your
you're
bum.
fat, that's it. There's no
It's
point
like
to it.
if you land on that, it will slide you into the seat. That's how
I
it will
feel
do.
very selfish people design furniture like this. You know, just they want you to suffer. You're just spending a long time there. You don't know what to do with your hands and all. You're just moving around like a big balloon. It's not fair, man.
Okay, cool. Cyrus will get arms attached to this chair.
Please, at least one arm.
I think that's what separates us from Joe Rogan's podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, they have arms, don't they?
And
Yeah,
ammunitions.
although they have alopecia. I mean,
Joe Rogan does.
Joe Rogan has alopecia. I thought
Yeah,
he'd
he
bond
does,
with.
he does.
I thought he'd be really on Will Smith's side. Like I felt that and all that, but no, nothing.
Joe Rogan was on Wilson's side.
No, he wasn't.
He was, of
No,
course.
no, no,
Oh,
no,
no,
no, no.
sorry. Chris Rock's side.
What?
Sorry,
He's a comic dude. Why
No,
would he ever
no,
take somebody?
It's not Chris Rock's side.
It's
It was
50%, one or the other.
No, but he
yeah.
was definitely on. Like,
No, he would have been like, if I was
can he
there
be on-
and if it hit me, I'm an MMA expert, I would have done this.
He said,
and then this,
wouldn't it be great if Chris
Actually,
Rock
he didn't
had
do-
1 year of solid jujutsu training?
Yeah, he
under
did
him?
that, but that was the tongue in cheek. But I'm saying he didn't do any of the macho talk because it really irritated me when people went into this macho talk space. Did you get it?
Yeah,
And they said, "Oh, I would have punched him back. Why didn't you hit him?" And all. That's not the point.
No,
the
that's
point
fine.
is that's really not the point.
Yeah, and I'm not processing that. Ki, oh, मैं मार दूंगा उसको.
If it were Joe Rogan, what he'd do is he'd get a alopecia expert
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and
hey,
speak
so
about
tell me
how
what's
like
the
it's
problem with
difficult.
alopecia?
No,
No,
he'd get an
no,
alopecia expert
Jamie,
from.
look that up real quick.
He
Yeah,
find
no.
an alopecia expert from CNN and then ridicule them on the show because
Yeah,
that
I know
would be the-
alopecia expert, and they'll tell you how like they are the only person who suffer while looking at the Oscars. You know, basically you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
Jada Smith.
no more cancer or AIDS.
The
Wait,
funny
are you
thing
saying
was-
the Oscar trophy
Oh,
was
dengue.
also making fun of Jada Pinkett Smith?
yeah, it was in her head shape.
Is it Jada or Jada? That's the other problem.
It's Jada.
Is
Jada.
Jada J?
It's Jada
I've
lagi.
heard them say
It's
Jada.
Jada
Also. Is it
Pinkett
Jada
Smith.
or Jada?
It
Make up your
could,
mind.
in India, it's Jada.
When you feel cold.
Oh, Jada.
Yeah.
As she ages and puts on weight. Is that your point?
Yeah,
so,
correct.
so Will Smith invested in this. I'll call her Jada so later on she won't feel bad. I'm already calling her Jada when she's hot and as she gets really fat and ugly and loses her hair, I'm like, oh, Jada.
The funniest thing was that everybody was asking Daniel Radcliffe what his thoughts on the whole thing are.
And he didn't say anything.
And so he was like, there's already enough
he's
thoughts.
a Sachin Tendulkar fan.
No, so
just for
wait
the
a minute.
record.
He said, I don't have any thoughts on this because everybody had so much opinions. I don't want to add mine. And then people said that again and again over the top. Like, he has no opinions.
Little
But
cowardly.
just, no, but the thing is, you're sharing
it
his
is.
opinion by sharing the
No,
other
yeah,
thing.
that's true, but I'm saying
Such
it's a little
a-
cowardly when they
such
don't
a
want to put
humble-
it.
J.K. Rowling must have an opinion.
But there's no gay and lesbian and transgender. Her opinion is
I
really
know.
relevant if
Very,
it's.
yeah.
And that's the thing that everybody's like, oh, the new Dumbledore movie is all
Yeah,
gay
yeah,
and all,
yeah.
but then she's the biggest transphobe ever. It's the craziest thing.
Naveen,
Sriram's feeling
Daniel
left out.
Radcliffe.
Sriram, you're holding something between your fingers.
Yeah, Sriraam,
Is that a
Daniel
laddu?
Radcliffe being
A cheap laddu in Gurgaon. Sorry, go on. Daniel Radcliffe.
being
Daniel
quiet about
Radcliffe.
this whole thing.
15th
Okay, all together, hold hands and
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Rupert Grint, Emma Watson,
Yeah.
Ray
Great actors.
Fiennes.
Yeah,
Arey,
great
bhai,
actors.
complete the
cast of Harry
sentence.
Potter.
Tom Felton.
All I'm saying is Daniel Radcliffe being quiet about this whole thing is such a Ravenclaw move, isn't it?
now you killed it because he already killed it. What did you do?
Double
He set
murder.
himself up and then you two went on with all the names and he
But
killed
it's,
it.
it's good. It's good only.
It was
Sriraam.
good, nice,
Stay
yeah.
with us,
Sriraam.
you'll get another crack at something. Stay with us, Sriram. Okay? You set it up beautifully. It's not your fault. He ran you out, literally. I felt that. That was a bit competitive and unnecessary. By the way, they put the AC off. They definitely put the AC off. Raise your hand. I can see the sweat in our armpit areas, yours and mine.
if Will Smith was in Hogwarts, which house would he be in, guys?
I don't know, but if he was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that's the right movie for him, if you ask me. That was horrible. What a bad film. But, sorry.
It was
But
bad.
Hogwarts
Bad.
was
It
horrible.
was
That's an
horrible.
interesting
It was
film.
Rubbish film.
I saw it when I was very young.
You make fun of Hindi movies. You look down on Hindi movies.
I mean,
What is
oh,
that?
oh.
She was-
That's a Hindi
No,
movie
for
in
his
English.
time it was like, oh, because they are like a couple,
Yeah,
Angelina,
that's
and
what-
they're acting together and all
Oh,
that.
Jennifer को छोड़ के ये किया तूने?
And to be honest,
Hey,
Brad
you
Pitt
know-
was the worst in that movie. He's got this horrible crew
And
cut.
he's a pretty
He
good
does
actor
that.
otherwise.
He's a great
Great actor.
I think he'll die like that person who looked too good to be playing good roles. No, like he's
Like
so
Paul
good.
Newman.
Yeah.
Or me. Three of us now.
Even Burton. No.
You think? Richard Burton?
Yeah.
We played
Oh,
a
I
lot
thought
of
you
great
said
roles.
Tim Burton is not an actor.
Tim Burton. No.
Richard, at the end of the day,
Lawrence
Navin and I-
Olivier. All these people have.
we're giving away our age, bro.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Let's talk about some other good-looking men who recently made a hate
Thanks.
speech.
Thanks.
To answer
In Delhi.
Antariksh's original question.
You bastard! He set himself up with a good joke, you cut that. You guys are just not letting anybody get their joke moment out, yeah. Silverie had a nice segue, and you killed it with your
But it's
bloody.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. Sriraam, go ahead.
To-
like we're women
We're
talking
the
to
four
Antariksh's-
worst together people, because nobody's doing it intentionally, but you just screw up the other guy's moment.
Yeah, we finally figured out the worst combination on his
Worst,
panel.
worst. Without having enmity. At least the other guys don't like each other, so they can.
Yeah, R.I.P. Ganguly.
What was that?
He doesn't like me either, so it's okay.
He doesn't?
Gangly,
Yeah.
Gangly, you don't get along?
Yeah, we don't get along.
Hang in there, Sriram. This is breaking news.
Sriram knows this.
Why do our panelists not like each other? What is this?
Hey, Silverie,
We
do
But
you-
now
need to
it's
do more
too late to,
research.
it's too late to dig up shit
Huh?
right now. It's okay.
I wasn't aware of this.
It's not the second
but
or
if he's
third
saying-
pairing that's got a little bit of issue, and we don't even know.
But that's the thing. We are so professional. We just came and did our thing
Yeah,
anyways.
it's very
yeah?
cool.
Did you know this?
Not really.
See exactly how good am I at covering.
Well, why
it
don't you like each other? He seems perfectly nice.
Let's not-
It's a
let's not-
8-year long whatever.
No, I don't get into the personal life, but what the fuck? Sriram, what is this, man?
Let's get a topic.
Let's
Topic
go to
is
the
a-
topic.
Ganguli, like he's.
I have stories. I'll tell you Alexi.
Is it to do with work fighting or something?
Mostly work, mostly personality issues also. Like we have very clashing ego issues.
What are you guys are dealing with the right wing, which he's going to tell you about in a second, and
Yeah.
you two comics struggling to have work.
No,
no,
one thing common about the
fighting
left,
with
we hate each
personality.
other.
But if someone else were to attack a comedian, then they'll always stand for the comedian.
Yeah. We'll support
Comedy
each other.
first.
Comedy first, yeah.
Yeah.
You die for your art.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
that's
That's
what it
good.
is.
And then kill each other.
All right.
Sad
So
story
in-
that we break up so many couples for no reason on
Yeah,
this stupid
it's
show.
tragic it is, yeah.
Really. Sriram, I understand why you're in Gurgaon because you got no friends in Mumbai.
Yeah.
It's just very toxic.
closer to the action,
This
Sriram,
whole
actually.
comedy space
Toxic.
is very toxic.
Navin, you're
Yeah.
for real here, right?
He's gone to fill the void other people have left by moving out of there.
Ganguly came to
far-
Bombay, so he's gone there.
How
Exactly.
far,
I didn't want to say that, but you said it.
Sriram, how far is Gurgaon from Jantar Mantar in Delhi?
The right time? 30
Everything
minutes.
is half an hour away.
30 minutes at the right time. Yeah.
I think they calculate time and riot time.
Yeah,
in
they tell
Delhi.
you time only. 36 minutes lagega.
Sriram, were you in
36
Delhi
minutes.
on
That's the
Sunday? This past
Bilkul
Sunday, were you in Delhi?
36 minute.
I was.
Yeah, then you could have made it to this hate speech.
He was very much there. What is
Would
his
have been
name?
nice, would have
What
been
is
nice.
his name?
Yeah.
Huh?
What is his
They
name?
were chanting his name only.
What
Yeah,
is his name?
more than welcome. More than
Again, you
welcome.
try to set it up and you have to say it 5 times
Yeah.
and then he has to help.
There were two guys at the venue. There was
I
Jay and
resigned.
Sriram.
I resigned from comedy. I'm in medicine from now on. I'm a medical expert. Dr. Brocha here. Tell me about alopecia.
All right. So at Jantar Mantar on Sunday, the Save India Foundation.
You know what the problem is?
You made him conscious.
funny.
You made him conscious. That is the
No.
worst thing you could do, Cyrus.
He's setting it up, but he's got this queer smile on his face about the whole thing, I mean, it's a tragic story in the sense it's just like, it's almost malice filled. Go on.
Yeah, this is very sad, guys.
Like at
Please.
Jantar Mantar,
Yeah.
there were
Okay,
hate
guys
mongers.
watching, please, we are not insensitive
Yeah, we're
people,
not.
but the
It's-
moment
yeah, it's
is
just-
not
the
in our
moment is
control.
very like that, yeah.
Please like, share, subscribe.
Jesus Christ.
Even if you were at Jantar Mantar on that particular morning. Yeah. Go.
So on Sunday at Jantar Mantar,
What is your
there was
podcasting voice?
the Save India Foundation.
ASMR.
We don't need
Okay,
Attenborough.
let's
We
not-
don't need
let's-
Attenborough, Rupesh.
On Sunday.
Sunday saw the gathering of a gaggle of hate mongers in Jantar Mantar in Delhi.
Was it Delhi?
This
Yeah, it was
annual
Delhi.
congregation
So basically,
is
yeah.
attended by the worst
of
of the worst, namely Pragya.
I thought you were going to go for Ganguly for no reason.
Oh, no.
I was worried there.
Again, comment
gangs,
first.
peace out. Yeah.
So basically, there was a lot of hate speech that was made at this event these guys had asked for permission from the Delhi police.
He has
They
one
came
job.
to Mumbai
It's
police.
written there. He bands job hai. Attenborough is doing the setup. He has to just do the bloody job.
I was
Four lines.
improvising my lines.
Oh, fucking
Oh
right.
fuck. Oh shit.
Delhi police.
You see, the problem with that is not that you're wrong. It's the gravity of the situation goes.
Yeah,
You
I
can't-
know.
If somebody hold my cup, I'm gonna lose it.
Hold your cup.
I think
You think of sex at a time like this.
flow it over.
It floweth in my face, you
I
moron.
don't know, I was laughing so much it was wobbling.
So,
Mumbai police help
they asked
Delhi.
the Delhi police for permission. But the Delhi police was like, no, you can't really have this rally.
You're quoting them.
But they went ahead with it anyway.
Okay.
Okay, firstly that.
Yeah.
They are also not allowed to do this rally, but they're doing it anyway.
But since they weren't allowed,
But-
how come they were not stopped, beta?
That's a question, right? Because the police, they must have definitely
It
been
was
there.
Sunday or Sunday pe hum
Yeah.
kaam nahi karta.
So also, then one of the main speakers at this event was a person named Yati Narasinghanand Saraswati.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also
And
known
he-
as Pappu. I mean, there is also
Also known as
YNS.
Getty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Gary.
Yati.
You know, it might be quite mod. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm Gary, bro.
Nari.
So I'm Gary.
Yeah. And the kind of speech this person made was like really inflammatory.
This
He was
guy's
saying things
already
like,
an offender.
yeah, he's already been arrested. He's
For
out on
speech,
bail
thing
right
or
now.
more than that?
Speech.
Okay.
But like proper like hate-inducing speech. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like he's saying like
Like what we
अगर
do on
if
the
he had-
podcast.
Yeah, he's saying like stuff like अरे हिंदू हो तो अब जाओ जाके घर में बच्चा करो सिर्फ वही करो
Can you
बच्चे
do
करो
that? Can you do that in Lilliputian accent? Lilliputian.
What is
Liverpudlian.
Liverpudlian is like the guy
I mean,
from the-
why fall it on this guy, man? It's like a demeaning.
But they could be
horrible
right
person.
wing. You can be from north of England with a right wing attitude. I mean, bro,
But not the
don't be a
Beatles.
geographist. Don't be a geographist.
Okay. But so basically, he said things like, if in 20 years you'll see that 40% of Hindus are killed. If we get a PM who's a Muslim PM, 50% of you will convert to Islam. So just go make children and make them carry weapons.
It
You know,
was a
teach
sex
them how to
speech?
fight.
Yeah.
Teach
Go
them how
and
to fight.
procreate. That was the point of this.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
and
it
Go
was.
and fornicate.
Sounds very
Go
much
and
like the
fornicate.
Parsis. Huh?
It was-
Parsis are the same program.
Yeah, like please guys, please.
But
Please procreate.
really,
Not
somebody
about the
has-
hate
like-
rate and all that,
yeah.
but just because we are dying.
Yeah,
Correct.
somebody please.
It's a similar
Yeah.
concept. They borrowed our philosophy. And Parsis are under like 60, 70,000. Hindus are how much? Let me guess. 984 million plus one,
And then-
plus one,
yeah.
plus one more.
Also, so then after this speech and all, right? All these people get all excited and all, whatever.
Excited.
And you know how it is, man. People
Yeah,
get
they were like,
riled
किधर
up.
है लड़की?
People get riled up.
लेके आओ. They were like, oh shit.
All the
Who will jump?
They get riled up, man.
Everybody's horny. listening.
No.
This guy is like
Not
a-
sexually
he's
excited,
Sexually
man.
like कि जाओ घर पे.
I didn't say. I
Oh,
didn't say they're
God.
sexually excited. They get riled up. You know, they get riled up. They got all that adrenaline. And they started beating up journalists who were recording the event. Saying that you guys are spreading fake news about Hindus. But dude, you guys just made the speech. What are you talking about?
So where were the
They started
police?
So that's what the
The
police.
police
so
was
apparently,
standing outside watching.
Police was
this
having-
guy, no,
You
this
can't
journalist.
blame Kejriwal because
I'll
the
tell you,
police
I'll
are
tell
under him.
Yep.
After the thing, some journalists only got detained by the police.
The news
India.
laundry people got
This is
done.
such
yeah.
India, okay?
This is like the Kristallnacht, do you remember, in Nazi Germany?
Yeah.
Where all the Jewish shops were broken
Yeah.
down on, I think, November 8th,
Yes, correct.
1938.
And then they only got arrested.
And
yeah.
then they arrested the
Yeah, the Jews.
victims.
Yeah.
This is fascism at its
They're like,
best.
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's.
So
थाने देगा तूने?
I think that philosophy
So
is
at-
great. They
at
come
the
to the police station, you
yeah.
put them in. Why? Because they got
Hey,
beaten
might
up.
as well just like go inside.
Might as well.
Give me your fingerprints.
You are only the perpetrator. You broke your own store. Come inside. Sorry, I will
Yeah.
do that with an accent. We shall stick to the script.
9.
Ah, oh, what is your name? Das Gupta? Das Gupta, come here.
Das.
He's the one Bengali in that. Okay,
Cyrus,
this is not even funny. This is insensitive beyond belief. Yeah, bolo.
Cyrus, er ist nicht Das Gupta, er ist ein Ganguly.
Huh.
Okay.
Wow.
It's not Das Gupta, it's Ganguly.
Okay,
and
one
hence
second.
this
One
is-
second.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried here because we're trying to bury the hatchet and bring peace to our comic brethren.
Yeah.
Okay? So don't do that. Don't do that. But what we'll do is we can allow them to have like a scrap on camera where you just air your differences. You don't think that'll be a good idea?
I feel
Yeah, let's make it happen.
I
Someone
feel that
said-
was good. I
Someone
think
like Grim Fandango said we should
Fandango.
Fandango.
Be careful, your sensitive subject.
We'll moderate ourselves. But,
But I've been saying that from the first 15
What are
minutes.
we
No
saying?
one's listening to me.
what did we say that was not sensitive?
I don't know. He started getting
That
excited.
Gujarat has good food.
It went downhill from the guy in the back of his shoulder who just kept on bombing the show.
Yeah.
There's nothing much we could do after
Peeping Tom.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
finish the
Yeah,
point. So
yeah,
then they arrested the
So
journalist.
they arrested some of the journalists. I detained some of the journalists. And so then other journalists went to the police station to talk to the journalists to tell us what happened. Tum log the wahan pe, you were at the Jantar Mantar, what happened there? And they were like, all this hate speech happened. Then people started gathering around these journalists and intimidating them. They took their phones from their hands, took their cameras.
In the station?
No, this
At
is
the ground.
at the Jantar Mantar thing.
Yeah.
I've done events in
rally
Jantar
people.
Mantar, not like this.
Yeah, of course, with permission also.
Yes. No
Yeah.
police though. Huh?
Yeah. So no. So then they started deleting the videos that they had taken on their phone. They were like, "अरे तुम लोग hate speech like fake news फैलाओगे हिंदू के बारे में, हाँ हिंदू के बारे में सब." Started deleting that. Apple they started going to like the deep files also and deleting like from there. So apparently some police officers did try to walk up to these people and they said कि नहीं यहाँ पे मत आओ ऐसे करके they sent the police people away and the police people went away, dude.
But where's the police have intent to arrest you or not? If they're not, I mean that's the point. If they're going to just look the other way, then
Now there'll be
hence
a
there's not
inquiry.
enough.
There'll
now
be a
they've because this video
yeah.
came out, right? They've filed an FIR against this person and the organization of the event.
So there's
So
footage
now-
of this person's
Yeah,
speech. Proper.
but he's still out, dude. He's not arrested again. And people like
He's
Munawar
not
getting
the-
arrested for
he's
things
not
they
the
don't
only
even-
one, Silverie, in the country
Of
who's
course.
made hate speeches and are walking around
That's
on a
ridiculous,
pedestal. Sadly, there are at least
That's
3 or 4 more. Not being Ganguly
Even that
and Navin.
the Sulli
That's
by
a
deal guy
personal
got
fight.
out now on bail.
So if I get
The boy, the young guy engineer who was like
Yeah.
the Sulli by
Correct,
deal where they
correct,
were
yeah.
auctioning women.
yeah,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
understand that Tejasvi Surya guy is still out, man. He never gets
Yeah,
arrested. What
these
is
guys
this
are
bullshit?
out roaming
Can he
around.
come on the podcast? Because we want Venom here.
You know, he has been on Kunal Kamra's podcast a few years back. Before he started
Don't
doing
make
this
us feel
stuff.
bad that we are not Kunal
No,
Kamra.
before he started
we have
doing
tried
all
to
this-
be less funny, but it's not working.
Sooner or later we'll get there.
Boss, forget that. He promised me Munawar back in the
I
pandemic.
never promised Munawar.
On day 1 of his arrest,
I would never.
44 days he was in.
I said
Every
we'll try
day.
and get him, but we can't get him from jail.
Their friendship,
And then after I
your
stopped doing
friendship
interviews,
deteriorated slowly. First you were best friends,
weren't
then
friends.
Chandy
That's
buddies,
never-
then we used
yeah,
to change
you
together.
know.
Then they were three of them played the role of a lizard together in a party, or was
Yeah,
it me
correct,
and the other two
correct.
Kunals?
Yeah, that's so true.
All that.
Now if you need Munawar, you'll have to Kangna for it because she has
Yeah.
contact
Yeah,
first.
log-
Now he has to call up Kunal Kamra and request him, and they don't even know each other.
Yeah.
Silverie, this is not happening, bro. The Munawar contact's gone forever.
Yeah, that's fine.
And now he'll do an MBA and become an English teacher in
Yeah, we-
Germany or something. You know, we'll lose
I
this.
think we've talked about it enough.
Yeah, I
We
think
Let's
get
wait
it.
till the
We
next
get it.
comic gets arrested.
Yeah.
Might just be on this panel for all you know.
I just hope it's not because of an inter-comic feud, between Delhi and Mumbai.
yeah.
One comic has murdered another comedian.
Another comic has been murdered
So,
on the streets of
David
Jantar Mantar.
But here's the funny thing about like these whenever police detains anybody in big groups in Delhi, they take them from one ground and put them in another ground. That's what they essentially do. They're like, you go away from this
No.
noisy place and go create
The funny
fracas over
part
there.
is if the cop is trying to interfere, how can he interfere for 5 seconds and back off? Do you understand
Yeah,
how
how
funny
do you-
that is?
exactly.
He's like,
Yeah.
"Mere ko dikhao,
Why-
footage dikhao."
why is the
Or camera
cop getting
de do.
intimidated?
And then the
Yeah.
guy says, "Nahi dunga." Okay. I mean, that's basically interaction. That's
The cop is
Yeah.
like, footage dikao. Why are you recording on your phone when they have a live stream going out? They have better quality HD print going out
Okay.
for all of them to see.
Please,
Alright.
no recordings.
All right. As usual,
Yeah,
we
like,
were
Is
trying
this
to...
insensitive, grim
It's-
fandango?
Yeah.
Or is it a funny
Leave Grim
joke?
Fandango alone. He's one of us.
I think it's a funny joke. We have to make light of depressing situations. That's what the whole life is about, right? Like you're like, oh, but you have to be careful what you
it's a
say.
democracy.
No, we
Fandango
don't.
has a right.
There's people out there asking for murder and they're okay, and we are just like
We're just kind of making jokes.
in the grand scheme of things.
We are
We are
not making
comics.
jokes.
We are
We're
jesters.
just trying to have a conversation. Unfortunately, it's really terrible. That's what
Yeah.
comes
yeah,
out of it. Yeah.
if that's what
And-
your goal is,
and
then
Sriraam
so-
is holding two things between his fingers. A small little, I just seems so sexual.
He's so used to it. Though.
Why- yeah. Clearly, it is his own because he's smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, sir.
Just remembering Grim Fandango, it reminds me the lyrics of the song after which he's named after.
No, the Queen song.
Mama, I killed a Muslim man.
Oh shit.
All right, we pause.
Okay.
We wait for the pathos to hit
All right.
with the sarcastic.
Put a trishul on his head.
Jesus Christ. Okay, stop it. Now it's pushing me also like.
No, he's in Gurgaon. We won't see or hear of him. Don't worry. There are people
No, but
around.
he's
Yeah.
saying the right things for Gurgaon. No? They're happy with him there.
Yeah, but they don't know he's trying to be, satirical in his
Sorry, I'm
approach,
just
so-
hating on an entire city.
Yeah,
It's unnecessary.
satire,
Yeah.
satire hasn't reached Jantar Mantar yet. So it'll take another 20 years.
It's come to UP. It's called Vyang, and from there it's finding its way slowly. It'll take a little while. Yeah. All right.
You're the MS?
Yeah.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored. I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
By the way, also 50% of us would die either ways. It's not just the
Okay,
Hindu
are you on another
fans.
podcast or medication that you're not clear about? This is the time to tell us. What the hell are you talking about?
No, Sriraam.
No, in the sense, in the
100% of us
speech,
will die eventually.
100% of us will die.
Yeah.
But in the next 30 years, at least 50% of us, I
Should
think, would
die.
die.
What?
That's a very touchy topic for people like me and Naveen. All right? You know what I mean?
So
Unnecessary.
50% of us is 2 people from this podcast
Well,
in 30 years.
Well,
Yes.
1.5.
We'll
Because
go
there's
longer.
3 of us. So, yeah.
Sriraam,
He's not counting himself. No? He's away.
but he said like 50% of people.
Okay, so
in
then
general.
let's get this over with mathematically. Me and who is going to die? Put your hand up.
I think I'm going to.
Sri, how old are you?
Statistically, you're going
Hey,
to
no,
die.
I'll die
Yeah,
first.
so me
I'll
first.
die first. I'll die first.
Oh shit! Wow, you're
Damn
very passionate about dying. Send him to Delhi, dude.
That's great. You found your calling, huh, bro?
Yeah, correct. Dying.
Wow, I've never seen him so angsty about dying.
Very clear, focused guy. Yeah. We're all going to die. At least we have a laugh before, says Jaideep Sagar.
Absolutely.
But Jaideep,
Viva la muerte.
Jaideep Sagar's picture has his collar up. Huh? It's rarely seen these days. I'm a big fan of collar up. It's a very cocky approach to
But
life.
call whom up?
Right, yo.
At least get her number first. Huh?
In the meantime, back to the close-up commercial with Sriram. There you go.
Okay. The first question comes in from Aditya SK. He says, Costanza's mom died. Your favorite Estelle moment, please. Yeah, the
Oh,
actress
the
who
actress
played-
died.
Oh,
the
actress played,
damn.
Jill Costanza's mother in
Oh, God,
Seinfeld.
there's so many moments. I can't
Unfortunately.
remember them offhand like that.
Amazing.
I
dude,
love
Dude, the
Yeah.
best one is when she catches George jerking off.
Yeah.
Why, George? Why?
Naveen,
hilarious.
I have a confession to
Naveen
make.
is not reacting at all.
I've never watched Seinfeld, guys.
Oh, man.
Get out of the
I
show.
don't like Seinfeld.
Get out.
I've tried, not for lack of trying.
Ganguly.
Seven
Ganguly.
times.
Ganguly.
Searching.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
This
but
is not right.
I know.
Now, this is worse than
I've,
the hate
I've really
speech.
tried.
Hate
I've
speech
really
was
tried.
bad, but this
It's
is
just,
horrible.
Jerry's face is the worst face to look at, dude.
Oh, my
It
God.
is
got horse
actually,
teeth.
that makes-
Oh,
Do you
oh,
only watch
generic.
shows because
Silverie,
people are good looking or
restrain
bad?
me.
Yeah, I watch Louis
Restrain
C.K.
me.
because he's cute looking.
Punch him. Punch him. I hate him. If he becomes
You
Prime
watch-
Minister, 50%
watch
of us
co-
will be killed.
You watch comedy shows for the comedy, Naveen, not.
I know. I watch almost everything comedic in my entire I've watched Black Book. I've watched like Faulty Towers, like the classics also. But Seinfeld, I cannot get into, man. I just cannot get into that whole
What about Curb?
I'm
Have
so
you tried Curb?
Of course, I love Curb.
Oh, you like
I think so.
Curb.
Whatever's
Curb.
good about Seinfeld was Larry David,
More than
and that's what he
50%
perfected.
is written by him.
Exactly. So he perfected that in Curb, but with Seinfeld, I just can't. It's too much vanity. I feel. It's like, oh, this happened to me, and there's a bit about that in the evening.
I believe there's too much angst. We have to put you in the Kargil border. You remove it for 2 years, fight some war, and then come back and do your comedy. There's too much anger
She
in
knows
this
this.
man.
I've never
I
seen
think in defense
Seinfeld.
of Naveen,
I've taken him to a car service and get his
It-
anger
it- it-
removed. Hello?
in defense of Naveen, I think it's not a show that's aged well. I think in its time was amazing, but I think it's not aged well.
How dare you?
But
You are
getting
both
back
off.
to the top-
You're replaced by Abhijit and you're replaced by Ganguly. And that's it. That's it. That's ridiculous.
But getting back to the topic, I think like she had some amazing moments. I think it was like a foil to like her and Frank Stiller, right?
Ben Stiller's dad, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry Stiller.
Jerry
So,
Stiller.
Jerry Stiller. Yeah,
But there
Jerry
was
Stiller,
a
yeah.
Frank
So
also. I guess there were 3 brothers.
Frank was his name in the show.
Yeah.
Frank was his name on the show. Yeah. huh.
Right.
So I think those two were so good. Like I think there was an episode
I
where
love Jerry
George
Stiller.
gets a
Oh. Sorry to interrupt.
George gets a job.
But I did love Jerry Stiller. Go on. George gets a...
George
I think
George
Yankees.
gets a job as a bra
Bra,
salesman.
that's a lovely episode, yeah.
Brazil.
The man
And-
bra.
and then-
I mean,
and
the man
then-
bra they come up
Yeah,
with. Yeah.
yeah, that's the one. And then in the end, in there, like there's a moment where Frank Stiller asks George, "Listen, have you ever seen a bra?" And then George like,
It's
"Yes,
Frank
I've seen a
Constanza
bra."
or Jerry Stiller. You're throwing me with the lack of
Jerry
detail.
Stiller,
You're doing a
my
Kunal
bad,
Vijayakar. The lack of detail gets to my mind, and you're a Tambram. You're supposed to be good with details. What's wrong with you? Have you become a Maharashtrian man? What the hell is going on?
Getting
know,
the Gurgaon.
There's a call from MNS. Hello, bolo. Naveen, it's for you.
Anyways, Elaine Stiller, Elaine Stiller, right, the character. Then after that, he goes and asks about how, like, he tells Estelle, like, can you get one of your bras? And then that moment where they present George a bra and how, like,
Yeah.
it works is, I think, one of the funniest sort of
It's also her
Seinfeld
voice.
moments.
Her voice is put on for that. No?
Yeah.
The high pitched voice is fabulous. Doesn't get
yes,
dropped once.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you have these relatives with these odd voices.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult when a new person comes in. With that new person, you got to see their
I
reaction
also feel-
to the voice.
Yeah.
Ha, bolo.
I also feel, I think, like, the whole Seinfeld family is very Parsi in its own way. I think
Very,
that's why I think Parsi
very,
is really.
very eccentric. Parsi or not. But Naveen is now
Yeah.
getting angry. He's like, I told you I don't like the show, so shut
I'll
up.
watch it. I'll watch it again. I'll give it a try.
You didn't watch it at all?
I watched
No, no.
like I watched
Okay,
like
see,
I watched the
you
Soup
watched
Nazi
in the
episode.
Soup
No, yeah,
Nazi is
I've seen the
fantastic.
Soup Nazi
exactly. There are
episode.
some
The boy in the
episodes-
bubble?
No, I've
The
not
boy in
seen
the
that.
bubble?
Bubble boy, yeah,
You
yeah.
burst
Hey,
out.
Boy
You
in the
burst
Bubble
out.
was bad.
Oh, no. No.
Then Shrinkage episode is
I would
great.
say down with Sriraam, but there might be some repercussions to that. So I'll just say don't say that. Don't
The
say
episode
that.
about shrinkage is another great episode. The masturbation
Oh,
episode.
marine biologist.
Oh, my biologist.
Yeah.
That
Oh, the big fella.
No, the ending when a whale gets
Yeah,
beached
correct.
on the whale,
Yeah, the
and
golf.
then they call
Yeah.
him
He flips out of the
because he said he's a marine
Give us the golf
biologist
ball, yeah.
to take out the golf ball.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All three of them are speaking at the same
The-
time.
then the one I already mentioned, the one with what the masturbation one? What is it called? The one with the
Where she catches him.
The contest.
the one with the contest.
Where
Yeah,
she
the one with the
catches him.
contest.
Yeah.
Oh, the reverse thing is also great. The opposite.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Where,
opposite is great.
Yeah, the
That's
opposite
when he
where
gets a job
Costanza
with the
decides,
Yankees.
"Kid,
Yeah,
now
yeah,
everything
yeah,
I've done in my life has been wrong.
Wrong. So I'll do the opposite.
Yeah, so I'll do the opposite.
Yeah.
And it
We've
went
all
great.
tried that. Who hasn't tried that, bro?
Yeah.
That's the great thinking. Anyway, so
I-
anyone who
I'll
doesn't like
tell you
Seinfeld
one
is not welcome on the show. So just want to tell
Okay,
you.
bye.
And a shout out to
No, but
Abhijit.
again, what I feel is Seinfeld. There are specific episodes that are must see. The others is fine. If you're a fan, you're a fan.
There's nothing bad.
I would say.
There are those which are better, but there's nothing bad. Blackadder and
nothing bad.
Seinfeld, you cannot say bad
Yeah,
things
that's the
about.
thing.
I
Like,
would get
sometimes,
angry.
like some shows are so in your book the perfect epitome of what a good show should be.
Bro.
Like for me, it's Community.
There
Like,
are others.
Community
is
never
great.
go wrong.
Bro,
with
these
me.
No
shows-
man, Community last few seasons are terrible.
Will you
It's
stop
ridiculous.
it? Stop
Three, four-
arguing.
That was whole acquisition.
Yeah,
thing.
after-
Seinfeld, you laughed.
Donald,
You've seen the episode 5, 6, 7 times. You see it with another generation, other people, and you still laugh.
Yeah.
I've seen it in Hindi and found it funny.
For me, it's
Yeah.
Modern Family also. I laugh all the time.
There you
Every
go.
episode I rewatch
There you
again
go.
and again. Yeah.
All right, Sriram's having a joke on his own, so we'll stop the show. No, we can't stop the show.
You guys missed the quip on Cyrus saying for me Seinfeld is funny in Hindi as well.
I just keep talking. Nobody listens.
Which reminds me of my favorite comedy. It's Kusum, guys.
Is it with a double K? Because
Yeah,
double K
Kusum.
works for me.
Yeah,
Kusum.
Kusum.
It's like
Yeah,
Shah Rukh
Shah
Khan.
Rukh
Shah Rukh Khan's doing the voiceover. Okay, are we doing Amy?
All right.
Oh.
Next one comes in from Rohit Atre, who says, "Will you ever consider doing a CnB live show on a stage, like once a year, maybe?"
Amit thought of that, and if
That'll
one
be
of you
great.
guys or two of you guys come on, it'll be great.
Yep.
I think we'll have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've done it in the
AMA
past also, no?
We've done it. It's not a concept that's new in that
Yeah.
sense, but it'll be fun. Maybe they give us the topics as well. Like the audience shouts out the topics and
Oh,
we go
that's
for it.
great.
I think that'd be great.
That'd be
Yeah,
I think that'd
because
be
for
great.
people like me and Sriram
Yeah.
who do not like to work, I think we're just very happy.
Yeah.
with all
I think
that.
the new IVM office is big enough to have like a small open mic audience to come and watch.
You think
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
can't get
But it'll
the
have to be
employees to
amazing.
attend, and you want the other people to come?
That's why
in?
they want people to fill the
Yeah,
seats.
I know.
The
They're like,
employees are
I
not showing up.
I like how we went. Cyrus and I went from like this being like a 800-seater event.
Yeah, I know.
I think it'll be 7 people, guys. We'll do it in the.
And who? The
IVM
guy who
office.
hates Seinfeld. Well, this guy, man. I mean, we were on his side through everything. He took on states in India and all kinds of other people, and then he attacked
I
Jerry.
had to bring variety to this.
Attack Jerry. My God.
His teeth are the worst. I'm sorry.
That's your problem. Oh, jeez.
How is that your?
How is he- how is
Why
he-
are you concentrating on
I
his
don't
teeth?
know. He looks like he's on the way to the glue factory. I'm sorry.
How
Were
does
you a
that
gentleman
matter?
then? I think you're a card-carrying member of that group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
far
would
as
be
I
a
can
great at hate mongering speeches. I'm
Yeah.
like, but in my context, I'm like,
So he's not anti-religion. Naveen's not
Yeah.
anti-religion
Dead
or
to thin
race.
people.
But yes, ugly people,
Yeah.
huge issue.
yeah, if you're lanky and you know it,
Yeah.
that's
Out
the
you
way.
go.
Get
I
out of
mean,
here.
let's face it. I think that's how Hitler started his whole genocide as well. You know, by
Ouch.
I don't know.
Where you want to go with
Who was,
this?
who was like a Jewish person that Hitler
Be careful.
hated?
Jimmy
Like,
Carr tried
Every
something.
Jewish
Six
person.
million
Jimmy
of
Carr
them.
tried something with the
6 million
gypsies
of-
recently. You want to be careful.
Anne Frank.
Back the Air
Anne
Force.
Frank,
Reverse the
maybe,
car. Reverse the car now. Shri, go back in the garage. Okay? All right.
Frank Sinatra.
Stop it. You leave Frankie alone. You don't like Jerry. You don't like Frankie.
Hitler hated Seth Rogen also. Just
Yeah. Okay. Stop it. Can we just do
This is
the...
what it is.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
If you
Kumar
want to see all
Gaurav.
of these guys live, they all have separate shows and channels. Go and see them live there. This is an AMA. We're listening to people talking to us. Yeah.
Kumar Gaurav has asked, what is it with Cyrus having his glasses on his head? I have seen this look of him since the last 10 years.
I only do it because I'm okay. I'll explain the whole concept of this. I don't, since college, I didn't carry a bag. Okay, once I got rid of a bag, I never want to carry a bag again. I hate bags as far as possible. I don't carry anything. No, so that way you don't worry about anything. No pressure. When I had to start wearing glasses, I started losing sunglasses. They were all free. I've never bought them, but I kept losing them. So I decided if I keep them in my head, I don't lose them.
Yeah.
That's what I do. So I even swim with the glasses on my head.
Plus, when you look around and you find them on your head, it's the biggest relief.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, it's
Yeah.
always been here.
It's like Rajiv Sardesai one day came off from the studio saying, "Where are my jeans?" and he was wearing them. You actually forget, because you.
Yeah.
That's why I don't carry things.
Cyrus,
wherever
you
go.
You should also keep your wallet and keys on your head at the same time.
I don't have a wallet. I've never experienced that. What is it like? I don't have. Naveen, what is it like to actually own a wallet and like, what do you do with it? And do you hold
I mean,
it?
it's difficult to sit on.
Enhances
sometimes.
your ass. Yeah.
it does.
One
Why do
cheek
you
looks
keep it in
bigger.
the back? I would say you'd keep it in the front pocket. That makes
Becomes
sense.
too bulky,
I
no,
don't keep it in
becomes
my
too
pants
bulgy.
at all.
He's worried about false advertising. He becomes too
Yeah,
bulky.
it does. I'm like also wrongly positioned. I'm like, what?
Hi Silverie, I'm Pooja. I heard. नहीं Pooja, वो सब गलती है.
Let's swipe my card.
Stop it. What are you doing to the show?
We're making it funnier.
Info shots.
The only good thing you've said is that you don't like Jerry Seinfeld. Everything else we can't air.
And the mainland China was good.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was funny. It wasn't good. It was
Oh
dangerous.
shit. Oh shit. That's my comedy.
All right. Info shots says, hey Cyrus.
Hey, info shots. I know them.
Okay, cool. It says, hey Cyrus, what if there was a way to air condition a whole city? Would you like to be a resident of one
Oh,
such?
fuck yes.
It's called Dubai. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm one of those guys who I love UAE and I love Singapore. I can't bear the people who keep telling me the plasticity. It's all set. It's all very mechanized and motorized. I love it. I absolutely love it. What's wrong with that concept? The only time you feel the heat is 1 second you're waiting for the car when you step outside. So then
Yeah.
you realize why step outside. Let the car come. You stay in the lobby.
No, but this person is saying, what if like streets and all could be air conditioned? as
Yeah,
well?
I'm all for it,
I'm
bro.
also all for
And
it.
it'll
Yeah,
be
man,
done.
that'd be great.
There will come a time. In
You know,
God's
like when you
green
go to
universe.
High Street
But
Phoenix,
that's
in
going to be
North
the future at some point anyway. Like maybe like dome cities where entire city
Could
will
be,
be
could
dome.
That is
Yeah.
why those poor laborers were dying and all that because they're working. And so finally they changed their working conditions. They said you can
Horrible
only
heat,
work
yeah.
in the morning. You can't work from late morning to afternoon, then again in the
Yeah.
evening.
So in
It's like
High
that.
Street Phoenix, no, they have like an entire chunk of place where the AC is like the mall unit is there,
Yeah.
and then you have to walk to the promenade and everything.
And
But
then
you'll see that people who gather over there usually gather outside the entrance of the
Where
door
the blow
because,
happens.
because the
Yeah.
door opens and the blow comes. Okay, and
Okay.
people are like,
Well, you
"It's-
said
it's
blow and he's excited again. Sriraam is awake. He had fallen asleep with the AC story, not a mechanical engineer
Blow
by
happened,
profession. Yeah. Now it's all back.
blow happened like a nightclub."
Yeah. So that's a great concept. I wish one
So if
day.
they just allowed all of that air to be always existing,
No, I think if an entire city became
Can I tell you my
air-conditioned-
daughter's issues with this? You guys don't have kids at the moment, but they've AC'd the schools now, right? But each teacher wants the AC at a different temperature. So they've got a Silverie teacher who does a 24. They've got a Cyrus teacher who does a 16. They've got somebody in the middle at 22. There's somebody who says, "Can I put it off for 10 minutes because I'm wet?" And the teacher's like the boss, right? So kids are going crazy. Gyms, schools, colleges, offices, studios. You gotta have one regular rule, bro. You can't destroy us. Like
our
this.
school didn't have AC. Like we had the computer room with the AC.
Our
That's
school
the
didn't have
only-
a school. We were like, just kids gather around.
Under a
There's a
tree.
tree.
Yeah.
It may or may not be there
You were
tomorrow.
in that school
because
chale hum
BMC
had.
want to broaden the road. So study fast.
Yeah.
Even our school didn't have an AC. We just had like the one guy blow on everyone.
That's
What if we-
Navin's favorite school. What school is this?
What if, just don't take a saint's name, guys. Whatever you do,
Yeah.
this is a good time to not take the saint's name. Okay, next.
All right. Rohan Jacob says, Naveen is my absolute favorite. So much,
Thanks.
so straightforward and so much gossip when he is around.
Yeah, no,
And today, no sex story actually.
Great.
Technically, nothing really.
almost.
Just wait for it.
No, sexual,
any
sexual
story
com-
can develop.
No,
It
sexual
doesn't-
commentary is different. That double entendre is
Yeah,
different.
yeah,
I'm talking about he's always told us a story.
Entrenched.
A full entrenched
Yeah.
sexual encounter between him and somebody. And I got 2 more stories after the show last time.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
we were sitting in the canteen.
Yeah. I'm all giving.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm guessing Naveen's finally settled down in life.
So, Sriraam, I had another 1 hour drive feeling like a worse loser than coming in, because Naveen is banging everything inside, albeit the other gender, but still. And I'm back to my life, weight
I
training
think there was so much
dogs,
suppression
weight
for the
training
first
dogs.
20 years of my life that all of it kind of like,
Something like that.
yeah, there was bludgeoning sexuality.
Or the fear you had because of,
That
having to hide and
duality and
all.
all of that. Yeah.
Silverie, what's your problem?
What's my problem?
Why aren't you having a good life like Naveen?
Yeah, my life
Fairly
sucks.
young. Do you have a lot of activity going on in your life?
None whatsoever.
Zero as in...
And none also that I would like to share on this podcast.
Oh, you want to talk about everybody else, but you won't
I mean,
open up.
Yeah, so my mom
Me and
was...
Sriraam, we tell you everything.
So, mom, hi. How are you doing, mom?
Also, your mom listens to the
ये
podcast.
शर्म की बात
essentially.
नहीं है. Why should the mom be offended by her son's activity? There's nothing wrong.
She's not... she says कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, like हमारे रिश्तेदार जो... She sends the links to रिश्तेदार.
Are you serious?
And then
Who
रिश्तेदार...
is the comedian in the
Find
family?
out-
Who is the comedian
and
in the
Rishtas
family?
also, prospective
What are you
Rishtas.
saying?
Yeah.
Take a look at my son.
Exactly.
See, he was at Jantar Mantar. See what he thinks of the male bra in the
Am
Seinfeld
I-
episode
I'm not
22.
making
See
this
his friend banging some guy on a bridge. See this guy. What the hell? Are you
Am I
sure?
the only one?
This is
Am I the
Shadi.com.
only one?
Huh?
Yeah,
Am
Sriraam.
I the only one uncovering a weird Oedipal complex that Antariksh has?
Yeah, Mom, I'm not dating anyone.
think
You're
it's
the only
like-
one I love.
We've got Sriraam as a distant correspondent who just
Yeah.
like
We can
chimes
say
in.
all this, but he can't tell you about his sex life.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
would have been fairly vegetarian compared to all this crap that we're talking about. I can't understand this guy. These guys are nuts.
Okay, when was the last time you were in a relationship? Tell us that much.
Proper relationship. Love,
5
love.
years back.
Oh, after that, no love?
No, I've been.
Not the cats
Recently,
that you feed. I know you love your cats.
Recently,
and you
I
feed
was
them
saying.
every day, but other than the cats.
I'm seeing someone right now. Kind of.
I can go higher.
But does she see you also? Is what the question
Yes,
is.
does she-
Sometimes,
does
only
she know?
sometimes.
Does she know?
Only when she turns around.
Okay, you won't tell us the name, right? You won't tell us the name.
No, of course not. Yeah.
But does she work in IVM?
No.
Does she work in Powai in your building or something?
I mean, we won't be able to guess
Can you
it.
give the
She's a
connection? Huh?
watchman.
She's my watchman.
Works in a building.
You want
or
me to judge? This is
something.
the whole shiny Ahuja case, you know. Don't judge about class and all that.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's between
fine.
them.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Huh. So who's the girl?
A person.
That's what you're giving us.
Yes, that is what I'm.
Why can you tell us more? Why you?
Man,
It's not a blow doll.
Look at
See,
the way you
no,
tell
no, I'll tell you
everything.
why.
Tell
I'll tell you
him
why.
now.
I'll tell you why.
Why is he ashamed?
I'll tell you why.
Because my mom doesn't listen to the podcast. So I have no shame.
Kajal,
Exactly.
Kajal speaks openly. Sriraam, if he had a sex life, would talk
But
about
their
it. He's
their
trying
parents
to one day.
aren't tuning in every single day.
I think
But
that'd be the
that's
best way
not
for them to
See-
find out about you,
see-
I think.
Huh?
I think most grandparents are the most like chill people because
No,
after
grandparents.
Your mom does know
Your
that your worst
grandparents.
vice is not sex, na? If at all you want to describe sex as a vice. She does know, right? By now she knows, right?
I think she'll be happy also.
yeah.
Yeah. Saman chal raha
Yeah,
hai.
exactly.
Auzar kaam kar rahe hain.
Yeah, that is
Good
that is not a
parenting.
problem.
101 of good
That's not a problem,
parenting.
Mom.
Yeah. She'll be like, हमारा खानदान का नस्ल आगे बढ़ेगा एक दिन.
But Navin, what about sending the links? She's trying to promote her son with the
Yeah.
links from this
She
show.
like stop
I
sending
mean,
links,
crazy.
start sending link.
I apologize for this program. This is beyond control. It's absolute
It
anarchy.
is.
But we'll
Oh,
take
shit.
one more question. Yeah, we have time.
Okay, last one comes from Akshay K, who says, Sriraam, did you get the call back from Kunal Vijayakar?
I didn't. I don't know what's going on, man.
Why
Like,
didn't he call you back?
I mean,
Should we call him
he
right
said
now?
the whole-
Let's call him right
Let's
now.
call him
we
right
should.
now.
Call him
Let's do
live.
it, let's do
He
it.
has no
Great,
idea.
great.
I'll only be able to do
Let's
audio,
do it.
but
Yeah, that's fine.
Huh.
But will you tell him that he's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
No, we'll just
Okay.
we'll just start talking and just he'll put the phone down fast. He's got no sense of humor. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Are Papa.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna
I think
give me
this could be fun.
Give me
This
one
could be
second.
fun.
It'll happen.
Yeah, no
it'll
worries, no
happen.
worries.
While
I'm not
Cyrus
fast. Yeah, I've got it.
struggles.
Kunal. Fuck, I can't see. Kunal.
Give, I'll do it.
I got it. Huh.
Put on speaker.
Now he was chatting about the show or something. He was trying to call me from the morning
the
about
mic,
the
yeah.
TV show we do.
Put on next to the mic, no?
Yeah. That's the ring. I don't know. You can't see it. So.
Hello.
Kunal,
Yeah, Cyrus.
bro, what's up?
Nothing. I will listen to one gag on this thing, Rajapaksa.
Okay. There are three Rajapaksas. Because the finance minister is Rajapaksa, the deputy, the president, and the prime minister. So which one?
Sportsman.
I'm the cricketer.
Yeah, and
I'll play Maila. I'll play.
you play Mahila.
Pahinda.
Pahinda. Okay. Now that we finished our Sinhalese, this Sriraam wants to know why you didn't call him back.
Who?
Sriraam.
After returning to Mathera. After returning from Mathera.
Sriraam the comedian is not how we know him. He's known as Sriraam the conqueror. He conquered his desires. He's called you, but you've not returned the call. He's called every day. Now he's moved to Gurgaon. In fact, he's here with me in the studio, so he's trying to talk to you. Yeah, Sriraam, say what you want.
Kunal,
Hello.
He can't hear
Kunal,
you
even though you
Oh, he can't hear.
Hello.
because we're in
You're
the.
very
Oh
nice.
shit!
Cyrus, just tell Kunal. Yeah. Cyrus, just tell Kunal that
Yeah.
even though he doesn't call me back, I will write letters to him.
Even though you
I
don't
will-
call him back, he will write letters and carry on. He doesn't care about his own ego. As far as he's concerned, just trying to get in touch with you is love enough.
And he says, love you.
And he says, love you.
Long time.
Love you long time. With a slightly oriental accent. I don't know why. Would you like to
Me so
respond?
horny.
Yeah, I'll tell him to write a letter to me, send the postal pay order also with it, and I will respond.
Send a postal pay order with the letter you write to him and he will respond. Okay. So it's not a no, Sriraam. This is the best answer you've received yet.
if anything, that's the most consent I've received.
Yes. Okay, Kunal. So we've got it on record. We just want to make sure it was on record. Now we
Yeah.
have to get on with our professional show. Sorry, we don't have time for your silly scripts. Bye. There you have it.
Nice.
Live. What a program, guy. Who does live stuff
Yep,
like
correct,
this?
correct.
Yeah.
Hey,
Live
this is
call him.
suddenly this became like a Make-A-Wish
Can I-
Foundation.
But Sriraam, can I tell you? First, who's
Yeah.
Sriraam? Sriraam who? Sriram the comedian. Finally, this is what he reduced you to. Huh?
Sriraam the Padmanabhan.
Yeah, you're not the startup billionaire in Gurgaon. You're just a comedian.
I like how other shows
that
have other call-in listeners.
Yeah.
We have to call people out and talk to us for a couple of
And then
minutes.
the respect they have for us is apparent also.
Yeah.
Now, who are you? Why are you calling?
Who Sriram was the question.
That's the thing, you can't even do prank calls anymore. Two
In a
callers
country,
like, yeah.
in a right-wing country like India, who's Sriram?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Kunal's
question.
in trouble.
The weird part
Really,
is-
what's wrong with that guy?
The weird part is that that's the exact same reaction even my parents have when they tell them, hey, who you know Sriram? Like, who's Sriram? It's Kunal in my.
That's because they call you
Same.
Tulsi. Now, just at their fault, you change your name for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Now, let's end quick. Last thing on the sexual experience of the young man. So, what is this girl's name?
I'm not
Can
gonna
you
tell
rhyme
the
her name? If it's
No.
Vidya, can you say Sidhya?
You know what? I'll
If
just
it's
say
Rani,
anything.
can you say Pani?
Her name is Pooja.
There's no.
How would you know?
So her real name
How
is
would you
Pooja.
know?
No.
How would you know?
Her name is
I think you're not
Ahuja.
calling for
Her
that.
surname is Ahuja.
Sure, Ahuja. Let's go
They're
with
not
that.
calling for that
Yeah.
approach. Yeah.
Ambuja. Cement.
But no, I can't. I don't want to say.
Semen.
it.
But give us something. Then every time we talk, we'll get something more.
Yeah,
So give
yeah.
us something. Then we'll end the show.
Give us a bone.
I mean,
That's what
yeah.
she also
She
did.
stays in Bombay.
Wow.
Bro, this will take 3 to 4 years.
There's 9 point something
Yeah.
million people.
How did you meet her? Just tell us that. What is the
Oh,
area?
Bumble, dating app.
You met her on
Ooh.
Bumble. So
Yeah.
you've seen her in the flesh? Or is it my Uncle Kersi? If it's my Uncle Kersi, I'm sorry, I apologize. He's a naughty guy.
He's a honeybee. He gets around.
He's been puja many times, guys. That guy.
You see him buzzing, call the cops.
But I like how Antariksh fell for the Pooja character and
Yeah.
not like other characters that Uncle Casey has. You know?
Yeah, like a Neha.
Yeah,
Like
correct.
Tasha is a great character of Uncle Casey. You should have that comes out in the fourth date mostly. Antariksh.
Okay, got it.
Puja.
Aaj
Puja.
Pooja,
Puja.
kal
Ask your uncle
Pooja.
Pursi to
The
call.
Harvis
call
was
me.
also misbehaving today. Everybody's sexual banter. What's good? We apologize.
That's
This will not happen again.
I bring the
Sylvie
worst
is
in people
screwed
now.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, so he wishes.
By the girl. Hopefully.
Googling now, Silverie.
What girl? A girl in your head is not a girl. You, Kunal and Sriram, you're going to stay together, 3 bachelors till you die, never having met a girl. What nonsense, girl.
Antariksh is dating Pooja Mishra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In my mind, I've been dating Priyanka Chopra 20 years now. Don't talk
Hey,
nonsense.
yeah, that's exactly who I'm dating.
Oh, well
Yeah,
done.
correct.
Okay, tell her to call me back then.
And Sujana Sen also, yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally going to buy pork right now.
You do realize the age, right?
That's
So
fine.
just-
I don't care.
What,
Age is a number,
Pamela
man.
Anderson was my generation's hot rod, but today
I would still date Pamela Anderson also.
I don't know.
Did you watch Pam and Tommy?
I've heard of it.
That was
TV
then.
No, the
that's a
TV
new
show.
show.
It's a really good show.
Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
but-
So Lily Collins plays Pamela Anderson.
But Lily Collins now Lily Collins 25 years from later will not look like Lily Collins now. I'm just telling you about age.
Yeah, she looks
No,
like Pamela
in the TV
Anderson.
show,
Don't
she
judge
will-
by this beauty, guys. This beauty is not the right
Yeah, I think we
science
need
way.
you running on the beach, Cyrus, with the floaty.
Which I do every morning.
Awesome.
Guys, I got to
Alright.
bounce.
On the
Sure.
behalf of John Abraham, Arjun Rampal, Dino Moria, and Milind Soman, it's bye from all of us.
One last plug. I'm
Love
coming
you.
to Gujarat this weekend. If
After
you're...
all you said,
I'm sorry.
you could have
I'm sorry.
chosen any state, any bloody
But
state.
I am coming to Gujarat. I
Go
can't
to
do...
Bihar, you'll get a huge audience.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, bro? Okay, this
That's
is
just
People
of
are
Bihar.
waiting to come hit you now.
in Gujarat.
Mr.
Yeah, Gujarat is
Ganguly,
happening.
Mr. Ganguly is
मारने ही सही शो पे ले आ जाओ. That's what I'm saying.
He's in
And he's gonna
Gujarat.
buy tickets. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
buy tickets.
Abhijit, if you're there, make it look like an accident. He's in Gujarat.
Yeah, because he listens to the podcast in his free time. Like he listens to all our material.
Well, people on Shadi.com get the links, apparently.
yeah.
So where can people buy tickets? Book my show.
Book my show,
sorry.
yeah. The
Please
Good
go ahead.
Child, Book My Show, Gujarat. Surat, Baroda, Ahmedabad, 8, 9, 10th.
Wow.
Yeah,
What a
3
busy bee.
Yeah.
8, 9,
Buzz,
10.
buzz.
Wow,
Yeah.
excellent. And for those in the right-wing side of things, if you'd like to go and disrupt the program, just to cause some trouble and
You have to pay for the tickets, that's all.
TRPs, you're okay with that?
Yeah, yeah.
Hecklers, vecklers?
I'll welcome that. In fact,
You
apparently
welcome.
that's the only way to become
As
famous
long as they're
nowadays,
good
yeah.
looking. See, your issues are very different.
But that's the thing, like all the
I don't
right-wing
want
daddies
ugly-
are cute.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ashok Pandit? I'm like, he's so cute.
Ashok Pandit,
don't
the
know.
The
Kashmiri
Kashmiri
Pandit
Pandit
fellow
guy,
guy.
Yeah.
You find him attractive?
Yeah, he's a daddy, fully fine.
You like Ashok Pandit?
I don't like
In
him.
that way, I mean.
I'm saying he's attractive, and then when I look at him and I listen to his speech, then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm conflicted.
You know,
with
he
myself.
will love this
man.
conversation about him.
Silverie's mom, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
That's fine. It's not me.
I know,
Who's in
but
love
this
with
is what she has to listen to just to find a few nice.
Although-
She'll
chicks
agree
on.
with me.
Yeah.
Knowing her age group, she'll like.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
that's
Udit
so
Narayan
don't know how to
Tag
handle
and-
women.
No, my dad will be
You
very
stick to
happy
men.
actually.
Exactly.
My dad is a full right winger.
and a
so
daddy.
he'll be very happy.
Yeah.
Sriram, can you help me? I'm getting shelved in here.
He's
by
checked
these
out.
two.
He's right now on his work email.
He's like,
know.
I have to leave, guys.
He's
So
on
Sriram
Bumble
was
trying to
like-
find out who that girl was. Ja. Okay, guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you. We need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
You're the people pleaser, right? Oh, yes. Or then desperately seeking the one? Oh, wait, you're the one who doesn't think they're ever good enough. Oh. So much drama. And for what? Is it doing you any good? Listen to me. I'm Chetna, your favorite positive action coach. Yes, I'm the one who has been dropping all those truth bombs on every episode. Oh, no. And it's time you learn to say no to drama. That's also what my podcast is called. And a new episode is out every Monday and Wednesday on the IBM Podcast app, website, as well as all major podcasting platforms.
सफर, रास्ते, मंजिल और मुकाम अक्सर ये हमसे कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, पर हम हैं कि अपनी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी में इन्हें सुनने से कतराते हैं। नमस्ते दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है केशव चतुर्वेदी और मैं आपको ले चलूंगा कुछ ऐसे सफर पर जहां आपको एक नया नजरिया मिलेगा सफर और मंजिलों को देखने का। आइए इन किस्से कहानियों में डूब जाएं। हर मंगलवार और शुक्रवार